The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Now, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The troubadour.
Dan Hicks and his hot lady.
Who don't seem to get much enjoyment. Some are always glad, others always sad. But lately, seems that I've been somewhere in between. It's a funny feeling, love is what I mean. Yes, I'm so in love, can't tell down from up above, down, down, down from up above. I feel like singing. I feel like singing. It's love that's where I'm at. It's love that makes me scat. Yes, it's love that's got me somewhere in between. Woo. And it's love that's made me a pauper or a king. I don't know which one, but it sure is fun. Fun, 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 fun.
I feel like singing,
Swing, 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 swing. Swing it now. Yes, I'm so in love. Can't tell down from up above. Down, 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 down. I'm so in love. I'm so in love.
Come on. Come on. Name me one other show anywhere in the world that's kicked off with Dan Hicks and his hot licks. I defy you. The Late Night Alternative. And I'm Iain Lee. There's Catherine Boyle. Sam will be answering your phone calls. We're on Talk Radio on DAB app and, of course, online at talkradio.co.uk. We are going to be talking about Big Brother. The winner is going to be announced just after 10:30. Spoiler alert, if you're not up to speed with it and you want to be up to speed with it, I would suggest not listening to tonight's show because we will talk about it a lot. I'm going to talk about it now. I'm going to talk about the two people that are left in the house. So if I were you, I'd switch off now, give them time to get off their fat arses and do their belts up and waddle over to the radio and switch it off. So it's literally good versus evil in the Big Brother house at the moment. The final two people in there are Courtney and Anne Widdecombe. I did say quite early on, I think Widders is going to win it. I think she's going to win it. And Britain, you have been suckered in like a good 'un. You really have been suckered in by that. She's not a sweet, lovely old lady. She's a homophobe and a bigot and a transphobe and, oh, God, she's totally anti-women's rights and anti-women's right to choose what they do with their bodies and all these kind of things.
Also, she's been a total fun vacuum from the moment she went into that house.
Yeah, people, I'm just thinking, because it's hot, something for the
There you go.
The guys and the gals at home watching on Periscope. And it really is. I'm watching it and just thinking, oh, man, this is the most disgusting thing. We're expecting a call from a guy called Chris, who's just been getting on my nerves on Twitter, and I called it out. I called him out, and he's not happy with it. He's one of those people on Twitter. There's a lot. You've muted this guy ages ago.
Yeah, of course I have.
Teabag.
Have you seen his feet?
Oh, God. Well, there's a lot of people that just hover. They just hover for me. They're not... They might do something that you think, that's a bit annoying, but it's certainly not blockable. And it's one annoying thing, and they've done 5 nice tweets, so it's not... I shouldn't really mute it. I'll ignore it. And then they'll carry on sending some nice stuff. Then they'll do another one that you just think... I mean, it's not a blockable offence, but do I want it on my time? Oh, they've sent me another nice one. I'll let them get on with it. And he sent me one today about his hairy nipples, and I just thought, it's not a blockable, but it's close to a mute.
Was it anything to do with anything you'd said?
No, it was close to a mute. And then I mentioned that we have a caller called Racist Jonathan, and he had a hissy fit. I don't like you having racist friends. I said, well, he's not my... A few things. Firstly, he's not my friend. Secondly, you ain't the boss of me. And third one, I was jogging, I can't remember. Anyway, so he's going to call. He's got until 1 o'clock to call in, because he said he's going to call in. He won't.
Just a minute. So this guy who's pulling you up for the morality of having someone on who is racist, who judges a whole sector of society just because of the way they were born, is sending tweet after tweet to women, asking them to, show him basically bits of their bodies that remain within their pants.
Oh, God, he's just messaging women to asking if they'll jerk him off and all kinds
jerk him off.
Jerk him off, all kinds of stuff. So listen, dude, your name isn't Chris, but whatever. If you want to call in, as I say always on this show, and these are my favourite calls, when people don't like the act and people don't like the show, and they call in, I'm really happy to engage, because sometimes, and not very often, but sometimes I can learn something, and I'm one of the few people that is more than happy to admit when I've got something wrong. If I get something wrong, I'll look at it, deconstruct it, apologise, and try not to make that mistake again. So he can call in 0344 499 1000. I suspect he won't, and at 1 o'clock I'll block him. It's as simple as that. Good evening, Claire.
Hey, hello.
Hello, Claire.
Claire here again, yeah.
Hello, Claire. Hello, Claire.
Listen up.
Yes.
What's going on Twitter? What are you saying? What's this YouTube thing?
Oh, yeah.
I want happy.
Thank you, Claire. Now, yes, I'm glad you brought this up. Yes.
Yes.
I have... I read some really powerful words on Facebook this week, right? And I don't know if you heard the other day, I was saying I don't know what the next thing is for me.
Yeah,
and I just feeling a little bit lost, right? And then that night on Facebook, there's a guy called Steve Cumberland, right, who's brilliant, and he posted what kind of thing I'd normally laugh at. It's those pictures of a sunset and a silhouette and stuff with some words, right? He posted one of those. Can I read it to you?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah.
All right, so this is the thing. Anything is possible. Anything is true. Anything is real. Anything is anything. Be what you want to be. Be yourself, but be what you want to be. But ultimately, be yourself and be true to yourself and be real and have integrity. Have honesty. I'm not finished, a bit more. It's all on one little sort of poster. Have honesty, and at the core of yourself, know that you are you, and those that aren't you, and all you can be is you. But if you want to be something better and something else, then be that something else. But be you ultimately, as you're being someone else, be someone else, but be you, knowing that you are you inside of you, having changed into something or someone else. Steve Cumberland, 2018. And I read that, and it just chimed with me, and it kind of has been floating around in my head for a while, and I've had a really long think about who I am and what I want to be, and I kind of got it back to basics. I said, what makes me happy, right? What makes me happy? And what makes me happy is playing video games. I thought, right, what would my ideal job be? And I thought, well, if I can make a living playing video games or computer games, that would make me happy. And so I did some research into it. And there are people that make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. I'd have to get it converted into pounds, but so you'd lose a bit. But they make a fortune. So I phoned up my boss, Denny Morris, and I said, Denny, you know, I just signed a new...
your boss on Talk Radio, Ian?
Yes.
All right, yeah.
I said, you know, I signed that contract for 2 years. It doesn't start until the 21st of March. He said, yes. I said, if we were to rip it up, how would you feel about that? And he said, talk to me. So I did. I spoke to him, and I was really honest. I said, look, Denny, I really want to follow my dream of becoming a professional gamer. And what you do is you play video games at home, you stream it on YouTube. I've done it a couple of times, and I've had...
I know, my kids play it. Yeah. They play it like till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I had 36 people watching me on YouTube the other day when I was playing a game.
How many?
36, yeah.
Gosh.
And, well, that was sarcasm, but no.
No, it was not.
Small acorns. And I explained it to Danny. He said, look, if I lost you, that would bugger up the whole station. You're the thing that keeps the station going. He said, but I want you to be happy. Yeah. So here's the compromise we have come up with, right? My contract runs out. My contract runs out on the 20th of March. Because we started on the 21st of March 2016 and it finishes on the 20th of March, right?
I know, I've been listening for the last 18 months.
Stalker. He said, how about when your contract ends, the 20th of March, you have a 6-month sabbatical, right? And you go off and you do the video game thing. And if at the end of the 6 months you want to come back, you can come back. Gig's yours.
So, okay, well, I don't want you to go. What does Kath say? That's primarily the important thing, isn't it?
Well,
I mean, we just want you to be happy, Ian, and you're such a nice bloke.
Yeah.
Be happy in everything you do, but, I mean, Kath's like your sounding block, isn't she? What does Kath say?
Sounding block, Kath, was her nickname at school.
Well, I think, hard as it is for everyone, I think Ian's got to follow his heart and, as his friend, I think he should do it. As his producer, I'm out of a job, but I'll be all right. And he said he'd chuck me a few quid once the big money starts coming in. Does that still stand?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, I'll let you watch the stream for free. So this is the thing.
I've already signed up anyway. Yeah. I've already subscribed.
Beautiful. So
I was watching it.
Yeah, and it was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, when you put that tweet out, I was thinking, oh my God, what we're going to do now? I love it from 10 till 1 to listen to you every night. And, sometimes I've got brave enough to ring in and I rung in once on the rabbit hole and put the phone down, you rung me back, and I've loved it. Yeah. And seeing everybody on Twitter and everybody on Periscope and... sub those horrible people. They're invisible.
I was enjoying arguing.
Really are.
Can I say? Can I just say to everyone who rushes to my defence, when I engage with mean, horrible people on Twitter since the jungle, I'm actually enjoying it. Okay, those people are not. Honestly, those people aren't hurting me. So everyone that is worried and stuff, it's fine. Since coming out of the jungle, it's sport. Before, sometimes I would take it quite personally, but now it's just sport. But so the plan is, March 21st, I start I'm going to start the gaming thing now, but I won't be able to go full-time until the 21st of March. 6 months, and if at the end of the 6 months, if it's not what I expect it to be, then I come back. But I've got a pretty good feeling. Here's my thing. If I can turn... in those 6 months, if I can turn... I would hope for double this, but if I can turn 50 grand in the first 6 months, and that's pounds... I'm going to stick with it. Stick with it. And
I think your boys are excited, actually, aren't they?
They won't. Well, no, they won't be. I won't be letting them get involved because it's professional. So I won't be allowing them to play any of the games because it's professional.
And they scream, don't they?
Yeah.
They scream at games.
I remember the ghost night when they wanted to know if everyone had seen a ghost.
Yep. So it's.
Oh well, I'm really happy for you, Ian. I am, but I will miss you. But hopefully Kath will still be on. I think it should be Caprio anyway at 10 o'clock.
That's not the way it works. Somebody else.
Well, this is interesting you say that, but it's probably...
Kath's just as popular.
Well, no, she's not. It's probably going to be another white, middle-class, middle-aged bloke.
Yeah. He said they've got enough skirt.
Yes. They've got so much fanny here that...
Booed? Well, I reckon Cass should be. She's as good as Julia Hartley-Brewer.
I am an
Brew
excellent...
a pint. Yeah.
Thanks for calling, Claire.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Claire.
I can't believe I said that on the radio. I made myself shock. I could see it was coming up in the script I was writing in my head. I was about 4 words ahead, and I saw it, and I thought, no, you can't say that.
It did flutter across my mind, but I managed to hold it in.
Yep. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. This is the Late Night Alternative. Not many to go now till March the 20th. On Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Good evening, Zach.
Good evening.
Good evening, Zach. What you got for us?
Well, I've got a bit of a weird thing that happened like 2 hours ago.
Wowzers. Tell us the story, dude.
So I went to a restaurant, Italian restaurant.
Hey!
And I ordered myself some calamari and a spaghetti bolognese.
Oh, calamari. That's squid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dirty boy.
Delicious.
No.
Deep fried though, so it's nice.
Okay.
And it wasn't no ordinary calamari.
It wasn't no ordinary calamari.
Because there was one in particular piece that stood out because there was a piece that was shaped exactly like an 8 with no sticking together and everything.
The number 8?
Yeah, I'll tweet it to you.
Okay, right, yeah. Was it the number 8 or was it the universal symbol for infinity? Or was it a snake eating its own tail?
Well, it could be infinite possibility because it is the son of infinite.
Well, it can only be those 3 possibilities.
Well, it looked more like an 8, but it was a bit of a shocker because it was quite random.
An 8, yes. Right, okay, we're going to get to the weird bit.
Well...
Wow. No, Zach. Don't tell me that was the weird bit.
Yeah.
I had a tin of Alphabetti spaghettis the other day and there were 3 W's.
What?
That's weird.
Yeah, I know, it's not that good, but anyway.
Zach, thanks for calling. Save that one for Martin Kellner. Martin Kellner's on at 1 o'clock. Imagine. I like Martin Kellner, but here's the thing. He's also really good, right? And he's been doing this a lot longer than me. So what we need to do is all of the chaff that we get, we'll send it his way. Okay?
Yeah.
We'll keep the wheat. He can have the chaff.
So who can he have?
Alan? Alan? Yeah, we'll definitely send him Alan.
Definitely.
Alan?
Alan!
Hello?
Alan, you idiot!
Okay.
Yeah.
I was messaging my mum.
Okay. How is she doing?
Well, she's had a really bad hypo.
Oh, dear.
She had... I didn't think they'd allowed to bring... Hang on, I've got something here. I didn't think you're allowed to bring animals into the hospital. Hippo, you said.
Oh.
No, hypo, because of the diabetes.
I don't think we're allowed to call them hypos anymore.
Well, my mum still does. Her blood sugar was down to 2.
Did she suck on a lollipop?
She's had glucose tablets, she's on insulin drips and everything.
No point in having Lucozade anymore because they've taken all the sugar out of it.
No, glucose
I know!
Have they?
Oh, no.
Yeah, they did. They took all of the sugar out of... because of this sugary drinks thing, they've taken all the sugar out of Lucozade. And so everyone's gone, like, it doesn't taste the same, and we wanted it when we wanted, like, a sugar boost, so you can nick it.
My first boyfriend had diabetes, and it was always Lucozade.
Well, Lucozade used to be marketed as a medicine.
Yeah.
My great-grandmother, Nanny Perkins, always had a bottle of Lucozade behind the bed.
It's like a tonic, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And then it became a sports drink, thanks Linford. And now it's dying by the wayside.
What's it for, then?
Yeah, exactly. What is Lucozade for? 03444991000. Alan, listen, Martin Kellner is starting Friday nights and Saturday nights, or if you want to be pedantic, Saturday morning and Sunday mornings, 1 o'clock till 5 o'clock.
Martin Kellner, didn't he used to be on Radio 2?
Yes.
I've heard of him.
What Kath and I are doing as a favour is we are getting all of our best and favourite callers.
Your regulars?
No, not even the regulars. The best and the favourites. We're getting them to promise they're going to phone up Martin Kellner tonight.
And I'm going to set me an alarm for 5 to 1 so I can be up ready to call.
I think you should. I really think you should, because you are our... You are our favourite and our best caller by quite a long way.
You're the star striker in our squad.
You're when
what's it? Wayne Rooney of the team.
Well, you're the Pele of the team. When Alan Caddick's on the switchboard, I'm going to be honest, I feel a stirring. So could you promise that you're going to phone up Martin Kellner?
I'll be up for it.
Hey, okay, Alan.
People for 4991 and call Martin at 1.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Yes,
that was easy enough.
That was easy, wasn't it? Did you think it would be so easy to palm Alan Caddick off?
Yeah.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I'm playing, if anyone's interested, this is from YouTube. It's soft jazz, sexy instrumental relaxation saxophone. Here we go.
Oh.
Playing the saxophone, blowing it hard. My willy is moving, it's getting quite turned on. I'm blowing the saxophone, the end is called a bell. I'm talking about the saxophone and my willy as well.
If I stuff my fist down the end of it, will it go quieter?
Oh, gosh. Let's go to Katie. Good evening, Katie.
Evening, Iain. Evening, Kath.
Evening, Katie.
Yeah, first-time caller, regular watcher on Periscope.
Oh, hello, Katie. We're waving at you.
Yeah, I can see you too. I'm watching as I'm calling.
Okay, what have you got for us today, Katie? what have you got for us today?
What have I got for you?
Yes.
I just wanted to say I've been thinking about my dream job as well.
Oh, here we go. This is it. It's a night of inspiration. What is your dream job?
I've been thinking about your dream job.
Yep.
I've been thinking about my dream job.
Yeah, go on. What is it?
My dream job is to work in theatre with children somehow, because theatre has always been my passion.
You could train children to break into theatres at night and steal the props and equipment and the lights.
I'm not sure about that.
Have I misunderstood your dream?
But I don't
My
know
dream
how
is to run a gang of child thieves like Fagin.
I don't know how to get it, though.
You don't know what?
I don't know how to get into it.
What, crime? You just go around, start off shoplifting, drugs.
I mean getting into the theatre.
Well, what you want is when you go into the theatre to see a play, you leave a toilet window on the ground floor open. Then you get a child that's small enough to be bunked up and then climb through the window, and then they could go around to the emergency exit and let you in.
Simps.
Trust you to say that.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
You've got to select the right child, though.
We're still on the kids thieving from theatre thing, and actually, she dumped that about 2 minutes ago.
Oh.
But what do you... okay. Well, what do you... Okay, right, I've got it. There'll be loads of theatre groups that work specifically with children.
Yes, there is, and I work with theatre, but I want to get in it as a job.
Oh.
But I don't know where to go, which one to do, and how to get it.
Maybe you should do. You should go to what they used to call night school, and do a little what I guess they used to call a B.Tech. I don't even know if these things. But look at your local college and see if they do a night school for theatre arts or something, and that will then show you all the different jobs, stage managing and lights and promotion and all those different things. Well,
you're so wise.
No, but this is
there's nowhere near me either.
Oh, shut up.
There's
sorry,
nowhere
what?
near me. So I have to work. Go in Hippodrome in Birmingham.
Right. Okay. Well. Right. Okay. But okay, I've got to do everything for this woman.
Yeah,
How hard is this? Right. Well, you might have to travel.
Yeah, maybe.
There'll be a small theatre group in where you are, Stevenage.
I'm not in. Well, I'm sort of Stevenage way.
Okay. Well,
you've got the Gordon Craig, the illustrious Gordon Craig.
The St Albans Hippodrome. What's it? The St Albans Arena. There's loads of places. Reading Hexagon. You're not far from Reading.
Yeah, maybe.
There's loads of places. There's loads of places.
How much do you want this dream, Katie?
Oh, very much.
You need to change your attitude before you're gonna get anywhere with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, did you like my tweets the other day?
Your what?
My tweets.
Well, what was it?
I'm the one that keeps tweeting you, and I'm the one that said to you the other night, or you said to me the other night about I play silly games, Katie, but I'm not very good at it.
You came on. You were watching me play, weren't you?
I was watching you play.
Right. Well, okay. Well, soon I'm going to be a professional, and that'll cost you £10.
Oops. I hope you've got a PayPal set up then.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
And, no, that's good.
I'm going to get... Well, no, it won't. You won't. Listen, you'll only pay if you want to. You'll want to. But I'm going to get sponsorship deals, clothes brands, trainers, Nikes, Spliffies. I'm going to get all kinds of promotional deals. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good times, Katie. Better than this rubbish.
Probably it will be.
Better than this rubbish. These losers at Talk Radio, News Corps and The Sun, they can stick it.
Wow.
This is going to be big news. I won't be coming back eating humble pie. I'm going to be eating swan.
I'm coming to see you anyway soon, so I can't wait.
So, what? Sorry, what? When?
I'm coming to see you soon anyway, so I can't wait.
I'm going to cut you off. That's got a little bit fruity for me. No, I'm not having that. She was obviously nuts. 03444991000. I'm Iain Lee. This is the Late Night Alternative. You're listening to the radio station known as Talk Radio.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation. Make contact with Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
03444991000. Good evening, Gavin.
How you doing, Ian? All right, man?
Very, very well, Gavin.
Beautiful. How are you, Cap?
I'm fair to middling. I mean, my future's looking quite uncertain, but I'm holding it together. How are you, Gavin?
Would you define yourself as hunky-dory?
No.
Oh, blimey. Hunky-funky?
Hunky's not in it.
Lunky-funky.
Hey, do you remember, did I ever play the song here, Chunky Monkey?
You haven't played it here, I don't think.
I went to a dance looking for romance, and what I find there. I went to the dance looking for romance, I went up, and I'm singing half of Barbara Ann. Hang on a minute. It was a great song.
I'm not familiar with it, man. What is it?
Chunky.
You're about to get schooled.
You're gonna. Honestly, you will have not heard.
Well, you've done me with Amani. Am I going to look up Chunky Monkey now as well?
I don't think you'll be buying this one.
No, shut up, man. This is great. This the first time I heard Chunky Monkey-licious. I can't remember what it's called. Hang on. What is it? Chunky Monkey.
Well, it must be, man.
It's got to be something. Chunky Monkey song.
Just type Chunky Monkey into Google. I'm sure it'll be all right.
Here we go. It's a kid. Here we go. Listen to this. Hang on a minute. That's Elvis Costello. Hang on a minute. I don't know what Elvis is doing. How do I stop Elvis Costello playing?
Cut off his fingers.
There we go. Well, here we go.
Oh, very brisk.
Are you ready? Here we go.
Go for it.
Have this. Oh, God, now I'm playing
what on
sexy
earth?
jazz.
Oh, man.
Here we go.
Nope.
No,
what on earth?
That's not it.
So I just asked me a question.
This might be it. Hang on a minute.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I can't. Right, you talk to Kath. I'm going to find this song.
These balls in this right.
Just,
Go on. What did you want to say, Gavin?
Yeah, I had a really in-depth question.
Go on.
Kath. I was wondering how people without arms deal with itches.
Well, I would imagine you'd find something to rub yourself against, wouldn't you?
But what if it's a place where you can't rub against? Say, for example, you're in your bed at night.
Yep.
And you think, there's one just there.
Where?
You have to really get up and use the cat's rub post.
Exactly. That's what you'd have, wouldn't you?
No, I'm not having that, Cat. I respect your opinions all the time, man. But no, that can't be the answer.
All right. Or you grow your toenails.
I'm a little bit uncomfortable with that conversation, if I'm honest.
Why?
It just felt a little bit mocking, a little bit, to be honest.
Oh.
Who did that? I left a slightly bad taste in my mouth. Who did that Chunky Monkey song I used to play? The guys on Twitter will know. Speaking of the guy, we're about to announce the winner.
Is it good or is it evil?
Big Brother. There we go. Jonathan, have you been watching Big Brother?
No.
Can you turn the sound up, Kath? Go and
I
turn
don't
the
think I can.
Yes, you can. There's the switch behind it. It goes up and down, and one of them turns the sound up. So press it in. No, you've changed the channel! Press it in, and it'll do the volume. Right, there's a volume button. There's a volume button. There is. There'll be one above it. Go up. Go up. Come on. Turn the light on, quick. Quick, we're going to miss it.
I can't see the volume.
Bloody hell. Sorry, Jonathan. Come on. Turn it up. Oh, well, don't worry about it. All right, so one of them's got... It's Anne Widdecombe and Courtney. One of them's going to be the winner, Jonathan, of Celebrity Big Brother 2018. Who's it going to be? If it's Anne Widdecombe, then Brexit will happen. If it's Courtney, then they're going to cancel Brexit. So let's wait and let's see who... Here we go.
I can now reveal the housemate with the most
There we go.
votes and the winner of Celebrity
If it's Courtney,
Big
they've
Brother
cancelled
is-
Brexit, OK? Here we go. If it's Anne, Brexit's happening.
They've cancelled Brexit.
Wow. OK, switch that off. There we go, Jonathan. Anne Widdecombe only came second. Good defeated evil once again. Good evening, Jonathan. What have you got for us tonight?
I'd like to condemn the scenes in Bristol where Jacob Rees-Mogg was speaking and he and his supporters were accosted by a bunch of far-left anti-free speech scumbags, like your Chris friend on Twitter.
Who? What? Who's my Chris friend on Twitter?
You were mentioning him at the beginning of the show.
Oh, the fella that... no, I don't know if he's a lefty. I think he's just a winker. I don't know this story. What happened, Jonathan?
Jacob Rees-Mogg had been invited to speak at a university in Bristol.
OK, yep. Bristol University.
And there were a bunch of far-left fascists who wanted to ban him from speaking because he's a toff and he's pro-Brexit and he's a Tory, or whatever excuse the left want to use to shut down free speech.
OK.
And there was a fight about to break out, and Jacob Rees-Mogg tried to prevent any fisticuffs, but he may have been hard. Can't say for certain, but it was the behaviour of the left knows no bounds.
Well, but no, listen, I would agree with you to a certain extent, actually, that I think there are people on the left who are violent and are bullying, and their behaviour is abhorrent. But there is also people on the right that are like that. I think there's kind of there's both. But yes, I agree with you. If it is as you've reported, Jonathan, and you've never called in and exaggerated or made things up before, so if it is as you've reported, then that's outrageous. Yes.
It was in the Daily Mail. I saw the photos.
Oh, well, fine. I agree with you. That's certainly, let him speak. Let him speak, and then challenge him on those views. Also, though, I do accept that people do have a right to protest, not to get violent, but people have a right to protest.
This went beyond protest.
Yeah.
This was a lynch mob.
Yeah.
And if Amber Rudd is not prepared to protect her own parliamentary colleague...
Hang on a second.
You're not worth it.
This is it. Right. Hang on, let me watch that again. Hang on. Play.
You're not worth it.
Right, OK. I mean, gobby and loud and obnoxious, but that's fine. It's free speech. They're allowed to speak freely. From the clip, and it's a 17-second clip from the ITV News website. The young gentleman, who I'm assuming is on the left, who is shouting quite loudly and aggressively in Jacob Rees-Mogg's face, is then kind of he then turns around and there is an older gentleman with a shirt and a tie who looks like he's about to try and throw a punch. So I don't quite know who is throwing the first punch. Because that's a 17-second clip, and you know, you can't... I try and be very, very careful of not basing my judgments on situations from just 17 seconds worth of footage.
That sounds to me like a typical fight-or-flight response by someone under perceived attack.
Well, no. This is a person... No. Again, and it's a 17-second clip, but in it, the guy with the shirt and tie is stood behind the young gentleman who's got his hood up and is shouting loudly at Jacob Rees-Mogg. And the guy with the hood is forced to turn around and then back off as it looks like the other gentleman is going to swing a punch. So that doesn't look like fight or flight to me. But I will also agree that it looks like a very heated, crowded, tense situation.
Amber Rudd needs to get a grip on these far-left groups like Momentum.
Okay. But just remember that the only British MP that has been murdered that I can think of was shot by someone, was killed by someone on the far right. So, once again, there are extreme examples on both the left and the right. And there's no need for any violence, guys. Let's all just sit down and chill out and play FIFA.
I'm happy to have a debate. The left do not want
debate. Jonathan, you're not having the debate, though. You're ignoring what I've just said. There are people within the left that do not want the debate, and there are people in the right that do not want the debate. There are people in the left that are violent, there are people on the right that are violent, and someone on the right has murdered somebody. So
fascists are not right-wing. They are the seat of Marxism.
Okay, forget the clever labels and stuff. Why do you keep ignoring the fact that I keep bringing up?
I'm not ignoring. I'm correcting you.
No. You're ignoring it.
Mayor was a leftist.
Sorry?
Mayor was a leftist.
Was he the guy that killed Joe Cox?
Yeah.
Well, no, he wasn't.
Richard Spencer is a...
No, Jonathan, now you're talking...
They have no place on the right.
Jonathan, now you're talking... Whether they have no place on the right or not, they you can turn that TV off now. Whether they have no place on the right or not, they claim to be part of the right and they follow extreme right-wing politics. I can't let you get away with saying that the murderer of Joe Cox was left-wing. Because it's just simply not true, mate. It's just simply not true.
It is true.
No, it's... Jonathan...
Did Thomas Mayer do what he did in the name of anarcho-capitalism, free market,
Jonathan, forget all the clever words and the labels, right? He was a far-right extremist.
He was far left.
But now you're just completely ignoring all of the facts in the story.
I'm not ignoring the facts.
Well, you are. The facts are...
No,
far-right terrorist Thomas Mayer jailed for life for Joe Cox murder. An extreme right-wing terrorist has been sentenced to prison for the rest of his life for the murder of Labour MP Joe Cox.
He is not far right.
Oh, Jonathan, you listen.
Fascists are far left.
Jonathan,
Daniel Hannan agrees with me.
I don't care.
Right-wing academics agree with me.
I don't care what they say because they are wrong. They are wrong.
You may think they're wrong, but the evidence says that they.
But you don't. But now, here's the thing. Now you don't want to engage in a debate because you're. Well, then let me finish. You don't want to engage in a debate because now you're just shouting the odds and ignoring actual, factual. Can't think of a third rhyme. Evidence that's being presented to you. You're far left.
But it is not evidence.
You're far left.
It's fake news.
You're far left.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm not far left. I am a libertarian.
No, you're not.
You're
not. You're not. You're not. You're a racist.
I believe in free market.
No, and you don't. But you don't believe. You don't believe in mixed marriage.
I believe in the family unit.
You don't believe in the weakening of the white bloodline.
I don't believe in the weakening of any bloodline.
No, exactly, and that's because you're a racist.
No, because I'm a race realist.
No. Okay, explain what that means, because that sounds like bullshit to me.
It means that because of a combination of genetic and environmental factors, although we all belong to the human species, we are different. Some races
one day, the whole
some are more athletic than others.
Some are more athletic than others. So you're saying black people are more athletic than white people?
Look at the evidence.
What's the evidence?
That athletics are dominated by black people.
Okay. One day, and I can't wait for this day to come. Unfortunately, I will be long dead. But one day we're all going to be a lovely, kind of light chocolatey brown colour. Everyone. Isn't that great? That's going to happen.
It's not good. It's not bad. If it happens naturally, then that's nature.
What do you mean? What's natural and what's unnatural?
I tell you what's unnatural: weaponising multiculturalism as a way to destroy the white race, the Asian race, the black race.
Who's talking about? Why are you getting so aggressive? Who's talking about weaponising? I'm talking about love. You're talking about weaponising. I'm talking about love.
You're not. You are playing into the globalist carnage
No, I'm not,
agenda.
Jonathan. I'm not. I'm not weaponising anything. I'm talking about love. And one day, my descendants are going to be a lovely, light, chocolatey brown, and may God bless each and every one of them. And I wish I was here to shake their hands.
That may be, and I hope they grow up to be good people.
Are you suggesting that there is a chance they might not be if they have black in them?
No, I'm just saying that anyone can be good or bad.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I wasn't in any way suggesting that black people are bad
but black people are good. Black people are different to white people.
Yes, that's the point. We are different. We are the same species, but we are different.
Give us the differences.
Just like men and women are different.
Give us the differences then between black people and white people.
Black people are adapted to warm climates. They are very athletic. They're good hunters. They have a solid tribal instinct to protect their own from outside incursions. Whereas people further north, because of the harsh environmental conditions, those who have been able to develop initiative have survived and prospered and become more intelligent in the face of harsher conditions.
So white people are more intelligent than black people?
And Asians are more intelligent than white people.
OK, so the order of intelligence is Asians at number 1, white people at number 2, and black people at number 3, or is there anyone in between white people and black people?
There are always outliers.
Of course
in
there are.
Each
of course there are.
group.
But black people are the least intelligent out of the all the different races.
They tend to be a standard deviation lower than white people.
Okay. And where's your evidence? Where's your evidence for that?
The Bell Curve by Charles Murray.
Right. I don't know that work, I'm afraid.
It was published in the mid-90s.
Okay. And you
ultimately, intelligence doesn't matter.
Well, no, it does. That's okay for us to say because we're number. That's okay for us to say because we're number 2. We're middling, so it's all right for us white guys. You don't think?
No, all right is not good enough.
You don't think that saying that black people are thicker than white people and Asian people? You don't think that sounds?
I said that they were a standard deviation of intelligence lower.
You don't think that saying that black people are a standard deviation of intelligence lower than white people and Asian people, you don't think that sounds divisive, hateful, or racist? You don't think those things?
No, because I'm merely speaking truth.
No, Jonathan, you're speaking absolute bollocks and you're talking out of your big old racist arse. And I've never heard so much hogwash in my entire life. I like you coming on the show and I like it when we talk about stuff, but it has to be said, that was the biggest pile of offensive, nonsensical, desperate, straw-clutching claptrap I have ever heard in my life. Apologies if anyone was offended by that. I hope you understand why I went along with that, because I wanted to hear the conversation and I was kind of keen to see where it would go and to see if Jonathan could argue himself out of it, what with him being part of the second most intelligent species race on this planet. And he couldn't. Instead, he just spouted absolute nonsense and racist bullshine. Thanks, Jonathan. 0344 499 1000. I'm Iain Lee. This is Talk Radio.
Late night conversation worth losing sleep over. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
We're still waiting for Chris to call in. Chris has just tweeted me. You thought I was bad. In response to Jonathan, I said I still do. I can think that two people are bad simultaneously. 0344 499 1000. Good evening, Dredge.
Good evening, Iain Lee.
Here comes more racist diatribe.
Thank you.
Here comes more hatred. Listen.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hatred personified.
So I will either talk this evening about donuts or sound effects.
Before we do,
controversial.
Hang on. Before we do, Catherine.
Yes.
What are we allowed to say about the man from Heart to Heart and his...
Robert Wagner?
Yeah, what are we allowed to say about Robert Wagner?
OK. Well, you can say what's going on. You can report the facts.
OK, so 36 years ago, Natalie Wood, his wife and famous actor, and he were on a boat. Their boat with Christopher Walken. I've not read the story this time, but I remember hearing about it 2 years ago when it was first opened up again. And so these are the facts as I remember them, but someone may correct me. And I think there was a lot of boozing, a lot of partying going on. There was a huge row that was overheard. Mm-hmm. And Robert Wagner, I believe, stormed off.
She got into a boat.
To bed.
To disappear. Right. Went off in a huff.
Yes. Is that the boat? Yes, OK.
That was the story, anyway.
OK, anyway, and she was found, she disappeared and was found dead. Mm-hmm. And it was a tragic accident. Then about 2 years ago, they reopened the case.
The thing is, there's always been a lot of speculation as to what was going on.
Of course there has. They reopened the case and they kind of said, well, actually, using modern techniques, there may have been some form of injury to her that was not... didn't fit in with her falling off a boat or drowning or something.
That's it. They're saying now that they're not convinced she died of drowning.
So now Robert Wagner, Heart, from Heart to Heart, is now a person of interest. But what does a person of interest mean? Does that mean...
I think it's a suspect.
A suspect. OK. I mean, so what am I allowed to say now? I mean, what am I allowed to say?
What do you want to say?
I want to say...
Don't say that.
I want to say what John privately messaged me, but I think it as well.
I think that's been what a lot of people have been thinking for a number of years. There's been a lot of speculation as to who was involved and who knew what.
Yeah. So how much can we... I mean, because this is in America.
Well, he's a person of interest.
He's very, very old now. If you've seen a picture of him recently, call blimey, he's 84. You know, wouldn't that be something?
Well...
Wouldn't that be something, Dredge? It would, you know.
It was
murder. We're all treading carefully here, but
yeah, that was good, wasn't it? Heart to Heart.
Yep.
She was beautiful.
It was a good show.
Yeah. It's very. We'll read the story a bit later on because it's fascinating.
It is fascinating, isn't it? Is it? How long ago is it?
36 years ago.
I read a book about her. She's a fascinating character.
Yeah.
Really complicated relationship with her mother.
I found a great podcast today called... Well, I downloaded it ages ago, and then I didn't get... Now I can listen to podcasts on my phone called... Oh, bugger. It's a great name for a podcast, by the way. Exactly.
Thank you. I had the same thought.
Wasn't it called like The Olden Days or something?
The Olden Days. Shut up, man.
It was.
It wasn't called The Olden Days.
It was called I Remember When.
I've downloaded one...
With Iain Lee.
I've downloaded one called How Did This Get Made, where they look at crap films, including The Jazz Singer and Free Jack, which looks quite good.
Free Jack.
Yeah,
we go.
It was...
Who was Jack?
Who was Jack? Free Jack's umbrella. It's called You Must Remember This.
Told you.
Right?
The olden days.
Now, you'll hate it, Catherine. So I listened to episode 118 where it's talking about Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff.
Well, why would I hate that?
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna play you a bit, and
I'll tell you whether I hate it.
No, I know you're going to hate it because of the way the woman speaks.
Oh, okay, go on.
Right, so this is the woman speaking. Okay.
Run in the room and prevented him from shooting his rival with a pistol.
Oh God.
Though billed as Edgar Allan Poe's The Black Cat, the movie as produced was an amalgam of that story, The Pit and the Pendulum, and a fascination with occultism.
I was listening to that in the car
What's he
thinking...
doing that voice for?
I was thinking Kath would hate this.
Why is she talking like that?
Kath would absolutely... She talks slightly slower than caller Iain from last night's show.
Caller Iain spoke with finger spaces
anyway,
in between.
it's called You Must Remember This, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's great. Bela Lugosi was jealous of Boris Karloff. And Bela Lugosi was from Hungary, famous Hungarian theatre actor. And he never got rid of his Hungarian accent, so he could only kind of play the same things. Died a morphine addict. Became a morphine. Yes, he became a morphine addict. Yeah.
Have you seen the film Ed Wood?
Yes.
No, do you know, I haven't seen the film Ed
I've got
Wood.
it. I'll lend it to you.
Okay, thanks very much indeed. Or it'll be on Netflix. Hey,
That's about the end of Bela Lugosi's life, basically, that film.
Bela Lugosi, yeah, he was a morphine addict, and Boris Karloff lasted another 13 years. Hey, here's something. I was thinking of buying all the Monty Python stuff again on DVD, because I buy it, then I don't watch it and get rid of it, then I buy it. It's all coming on Netflix this month. All of Monty Python's going to be on Netflix this month, Dredge.
That sounds brilliant.
Yeah. Listen,
the question is why is there no money in comedy, TV comedy anymore? Where's it all gone?
I'll tell you why in a second. Can you hang on until after the news, Dredge?
Well, I'd like to hear a bit of news.
OK, you stay there. You can hear the news as it happens. Then we'll speak to David and Kate and you, dear listener. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Sugar Muggy Delicious.
Zoo, looking for you, but what I did find was a couple of elephants, a chimpanzee. That's what I did see. But something seemed to catch my eye, something seemed to dazzle him up. That chunky monkey, yeah, chunky monkey, yeah. He looked at me with big blue eyes, and I couldn't help but see a chunky monkey, yeah, chunky monkey. Just like a chimpanzee, that chunky monkey. Yeah, that chunky monkey. Yeah. But who else did I see looking at that chunky monkey? Was you? Couple of elephants, a chimpanzee. That's what I did see. Something seemed to catch my eye, something seemed to dazzle him up. A chunky monkey, yeah, a chunky monkey, yeah. He looked at me with big blue eyes, and I couldn't help but see a chunky monkey, yeah, a chunky monkey, yeah. His brown fur so soft and clean, he walked just like a chimpanzee.
Chunky
Thank you.
Monkey.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Chunky Monkey-licious. That's Allegra and Chunky Monkey, Dredge.
That was Chunky Monkey on Ape Records.
So yes, remind me of
what if that was the A side? What was the B side like?
That was by a young woman called Allegra, and I think she was about 14 or 15 when she recorded that. And I just think it's the most wonderful, uplifting mess of a song I've ever heard. It's good vibrations for this generation.
Wow.
Yeah,
put that on the poster.
I'm putting it out there. Putting it out there. You're not allowed to put it out there anymore, are you? Thanks a lot, Weinstein. So, Dredge, I believe about an hour ago you gave us two options, like a choose-your-own adventure. Where are we going to go?
I'm just so happy to have been able to contribute so much so far.
Yes, well...
I mean, either a slightly mundane story about donuts or something a bit weird about sound effects. Either of those two. That's all I've got.
Well, I mean, the donuts thing sounds dull the way you're pitching it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. It is.
Sound effects. Sound effects. Sound effects. Sound effects. Before we do that, hang on 1 second. I just want to.
Oh, blimey.
Hang on.
I confess that my success made a mess.
That's not you singing, is it?
Yeah.
Shut up,
Shut
is
up.
it? Shut up, is it?
It is me, yeah.
Is that you singing?
When
he was a little boy.
When you were a small Dredge.
When he was a 12-year-old girl.
You see, it's catchy.
It's catchy. I've just this is Dredge's song. Should we have a listen? It's only minute 57. Let's have a little listen. Here we go. Here we go.
I confess that my success.
You know who he sounds like?
Bernard Cribbins?
No, he sounds like
a House Martin.
Yeah, he sounds like I wrote this song for you, Jennifer, Alison, Deborah, Sue, Deborah, Caroline, too. I wrote this song for you.
Oh, Public Image.
That's it. There we go.
Made a mess of me. This success is my sickness. Call emergency. Will I drown? I'm going down.
This is all right, isn't it?
I wrote this song for...
Shush. Deborah, Alison, Jennifer, Sue, a nigga, Begala, too. I wrote this song for
Who's
you.
Begala?
This is genuinely, this is all right.
This is a sweet little voice you've got there, Dredge.
Hasn't he?
Can't just be my guy.
Hey, that's all right, that is. What's what you doing good songs and singing sweetly like a castrato? For those who want to buy that, there's an EP. It's on iTunes by John Dredge and the Plinths. The title track is called Going Down, and he's very, interestingly, he's going with a G at the beginning and a G at the end. There's no apostrophe. Proper. Well done. That's good, that is.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, yeah.
Deborah.
No, don't, because he'll have a
Complex.
complex, and he shouldn't, because he's got a very sweet little singing voice. I like that.
I think it's beautiful.
It's not as good as my voice, and my album's coming out next week, Feelings, because I've forgotten that Despacito hadn't been finished.
Wow.
But it's coming out next week. Despacito, se la bala que la bala malabito.
Gosh, when did you learn Spanish?
Anyway, John, sound effects, please. You've been on for 25 minutes, man. Grow up and spit it out.
Yeah, it's been good. I've only said about 10 words as well.
Yeah, I know. Talk now. Now's your chance. Talk, boy, talk.
Oh, yeah, sorry, talk radio, isn't it?
Yes.
My 3 top sound effects.
Yeah.
Number three.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was quite a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that could mean so much.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'd say is...
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
And... at number 1, I think we all know what it's going to be.
Hang on a second, because I've got my number 1 sound effect queued up. Let's see if we've got the same thing. You go first.
Okay. Well, mine is quite simply.
Oh, that's what I was going to choose.
Hang on. It's the same
We
one.
all love
There we
it.
go. Well, of course, it's the best one. Did you see that brilliant clip that Danny Baker retweeted the other day of a cat actually running on the spot?
Running on the spot? No, I didn't see that.
Oh, mate, it's funny. Danny Baker retweeted it, and he said, I've never actually seen an animal do this in real life. And it's a cat gets startled, and it stands and it's still, and it runs on the spot for a second. Well, you can't. Well, tweet it to her. It runs on the spot for a second before actually moving off. It's incredible.
See, I've never seen anyone do that in real life. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, but it happens. It happens. There is video footage, and Catherine is going to tweet you.
I am.
But does that mean that you get people walking off cliffs and not actually descending for a few seconds?
Not until they realise.
Of course. Absolutely, of course.
I wondered
Dredge,
about that.
I hope you respect the fact that I held off releasing my album Feelings by Iain Lee to a couple of weeks after the release of John Dredge and the Plinths. I hope you appreciate the sacrifice I made there.
You know Danny Baker bought my record.
Yeah, I just bought it, mate. It just cost me money, which I would like
Oh,
refunded.
you bought it as well?
Of course I did.
Oh,
Of course I did.
That's just very nice of you.
I would like that. I would like that money back.
Okay, postal order or cheque?
Thank you. It's stamps. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go to Kate. Good evening, Kate.
Hi, Ian. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Kate. I'm excited about giving up this gig and becoming a professional gamer, but I'm going to make the most of it while I'm here.
Absolutely. My husband tuned in just as you were saying that, and the look on his face was a picture.
Yeah. Is he a gamer? Is he a fan of watching games being played?
He's a fan of playing them and taking over our television, but not so much watching other people play them.
Okay. He can.
He'll learn.
He'll enjoy it. He'll enjoy it. Okay. Kate, what have you got for us this evening, please?
Well, I was just phoning in about that Jonathan character sprouting statistical crap at you.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, the bell curve is simply the graphical representation of the normal distribution, which is found everywhere in nature, from the weight that babies are born at to the height of the average woman, etc.
Right. Okay.
So that's not an acceptable way to explain that.
I didn't know what the reference was. I didn't know what the reference was. I didn't, but. You know, there are really intelligent black people, there are dumb black people, there are really intelligent white people, and there are dumb...
I used to be a secondary school teacher, and I can tell you across the spectrum there is absolutely no truth.
Of course, and I know that.
Kind of skin colour representing.
But it was
I'd
say it was interesting.
Level.
What was interesting is that's a very old-fashioned view.
It really is. And you can I can kind of understand the premise of it from, like, the 1900s, where there was absolutely no multiculturalism, and the sort of Japanese-Chinese ways were to teach their children, and they sit and they learn, and so, of course, they would have more academia.
Oh, and also, we go off as colonials, and we go to Africa, and they would be considered savages and uncivilised, but their civilisation had just grown up in a different way.
Completely different way, yeah. And it's his concept of intelligence being this one thing, which is academic prowess, which is not intelligence in any way. There are so many different intelligences.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and we judge everyone by our kind of Victorian standards.
Maths and English. Maths and English.
And also, one has to remember as well. And I don't know I don't know a lot about Africa. I'm going to be completely honest, but I heard a little bit of a discussion on BBC London the other night. The reason why some countries in Africa are so poor, not all countries in Africa are poor, is because we went over there and we kind of, we used up all their resources and we treated them really badly and we didn't pay them fairly and we exploited them. But, that's us clever, intelligent white Brits. Primarily, we went and exploited them. So a lot of the countries there that are struggling, they're struggling because we held them back for 100, 200 years by doing all this kind of stuff.
Not to mention the slave trade.
No, not even to...
genes.
Not even to mention
the entire gene pool was decimated because we took anybody that looked strong enough to work and shipped them off to the Americas.
Yeah, and Africa ain't got oil for us, so we're not interested in it anymore. And that's it. I hope I know there will be some people who have been upset by what Jonathan said, and I hope they feel I gave a robust. It was kind of giving him rope to hang himself.
I just wanted to make sure that he realised that absolutely no one except him and other shallow white idiots believe what he's saying, and it's not just you rebutting him, but absolutely the entire nation rebutting him.
Kate,
and quite why he would ring in a show to speak to you about this is ridiculous.
Well, he's a nut job, that's why. That's why. Kate, thanks very much for that.
Thank you, Iain.
Cheers, ta-ta. There we go. Isn't it? I'll tell you what's fascinating. What's endearing me at the moment.
Huh?
I tell you what's endearing, Andy, is the number of sensible people that we're getting listening and phoning the show these days. Way more than we used to. Way more. We used to nut jobs, drunks, losers, onanists, sad cases, podcasters, divorcees, ex-cons calling us.
Fallen women. Did you listen to the show last night?
Oh, I don't listen to the show.
Oh, just checking.
Let's go to the adverts.
The Late Night Alternative with that man, Iain Lee. There's no strangers here, just friends you haven't stalked on Facebook yet.
Have never sent my picture to anyone who didn't request it.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Yes.
I'm filming. I can't find the blooming thing. I'm filming tomorrow in Reading for the One Show. And you can kind of come down and be part of it if you want. But I don't know where or when. And I don't know exactly what we're talking about. Let me see. Let me just type it. I'm guessing... No, it won't be the Hexagon. What's the shop? The Oracle, I think it's called. Is that the shopping centre in? Please find. Jesus Christ, Jesus, God, dear God, what is going on? What is going on here?
No.
What is going on? I'm doing it's German. That's me trying to do German.
Well, it doesn't sound German.
Let's go to Tom. Hello, Tom.
Oh, evening, Ian. Evening, Kath.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Tom.
I was just wondering whether Bono rang you back.
Bono, for those who don't know, at the weekend at the Rabbit Hole, we phoned up Bono. Genuinely. This is absolutely true. We were with Thomas Walsh. I mean, we found his phone number.
On a piece of paper on the floor.
Thomas Walsh gave us Bono's phone number and we called him. And it was the tensest ring I've ever sat at the end of. That's an image. That's an image, isn't it, eh? That's an image. Just make that picture for the telephone ring. Not a bumhole.
Oh God.
So
he was at the Grammys.
Yeah. So we phoned him up and he didn't answer.
I reckon his phone was on silent.
Could be.
We might have made Bono's pocket buzz.
Yeah, could be. So yeah, that was. Why can't I find this email of where I'm going to be so that people can come to it? That's awful. Maybe I. So no, we haven't phoned him up since, and I hope I never am forced into a situation again where I'm showing off to someone and that I go, yeah, I'll phone up Bono, no problem, man. Oh God, it was the tensest thing I've ever been involved in.
You still got his number?
Yeah, I have got his number. I'm not phoning it. Not a chance. Not happening. Does that answer your question, Tom?
It has indeed. I'm afraid I cannot contribute much in other ways because I've got a dead rat in the fuse junction box and I've not been able to listen to the radio.
Hang on, sorry, what? You've got a what? What with a who now?
I think I have a dead rat in the fuse box outside, which has caused an electrical problem and consequently reception difficulties.
That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yes, and yes, possibly in the rats.
Well, good luck. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to find this thing. Tom, I'm going to cut you off. There we go.
Go and sort that rat out.
Let's go to Jack. Good evening, Jack.
Good evening.
Good evening, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Jack. How's the hand?
How's the hand? Well, the hand is being a complete pain in the
hand.
Backside.
It's a pain in the hand.
Yes.
A pain in the hand is worth two in the bush. Oh.
No. Ian,
yes.
Lee, watch it.
Watch it, sunshine. Yes.
Yes. Oh, I was actually calling up to say that today I went into school and I got bullied.
Oh, Jack.
What'd you get bullied for? What, for being on an award-winning radio show hosted by the guy that ate a pig's what's-it in the jungle?
Well, Oh, yeah, but I told my friend about that, and he told me to tell you. Tell that Iain Lee, he's an idiot.
What the heck? What the heck? Really? Really?
So, I walked in and my friend went, "Hey, what's that in your hand?" And someone turned around and went, "It looks like he's been in a fight with a polar bear and he lost."
A polar bear? It's a great line. It doesn't make any sense.
No,
but it's a great line. Gosh, so but did you have friends that kind of had an eye out for you?
Yeah. My other friend went, "Chuck, you've got a sticky on."
He's got a what on? A stookie. He's got a stookie. That's the band. That's the sling. The sling is is a stookie the sling or is it the plaster?
It's the plaster. So you want to know what I did?
There we go.
It's up to my hand. So I went up to his ear and went, "Ping."
Oh well, no. We can't condone violence. The best way is to ignore these idiots, Jack. Ignore them.
Yeah.
Ignore them. You've got out of writing. And they've got out of being intelligent or being human. Just ignore them. And I'm not an idiot.
No, I know you're not an idiot.
I'm a very
you're
intelligent
a sensible man.
I'm a very intelligent guy. I'm a cool guy. What are you going to do this weekend, Jack? Rest that Hey, you can't even play computer games.
So if I asked Catherine, "Are you an intelligent guy?" would she say the same thing?
I don't understand the question. What?
If I asked Catherine, "Is Iain an intelligent man?" would she say yes?
If she knows what's good for her. Why didn't you ask her, Jack?
Is Iain intelligent?
Well, I mean, define intelligent.
OK, I'm cutting you off, Jack. Goodbye. So tomorrow, from 2:30... I'm going to be at the Reading Oracle Shopping Centre outside the House of Fraser. Now, this is really cool, right? We're doing a film for the One Show, and it's about something that I've talked about here before, and it's a thing that I know lots of you have dealt with, and if you haven't, you probably will at some point. Do you remember? Well, my mum's in a care home, right? Because she's got MS. She's only young. She's 67. She's been in it for about 10, 11, 12 years. And because she had over £23,500, she had to pay for her care herself. And it was £1,500 a week, it ended up as. And then when she got below the 23,500, which I think is the threshold, it's something like that, then the council are supposed to step in and take over the payment. And we'd always been told, your mum will probably stay in the same home. And it's not ideal, this home. It's, you know, it took her years to kind of get settled in there and feel relaxed in there. But it's one of the better ones by quite some way, because I've seen a few of them, right? And so I approached the council and said, just let you know, this was August last year, a bit before, Mum is just about to go below the threshold, so this is when you guys should step in and take over payment. And they said, well, how much is she paying? I said, it's about £1,500 a week. They went, yeah, we won't pay anything close to that. So unless the maximum we pay is about £750 a week, right? So that's half of what she was paying. They said to me, could you make up the difference? And I went, could I make up £750 a week for the rest of my mother's life? I said, no, not a chance. I couldn't even come close to it. And my job is, you know, I could have 6 months where I don't work. And they said, well, she's probably going to have to move then, but we'll speak to the care home. And then they spoke to the care home, and the care home said, well, we can't budge from that price. And so the council got back to me. And you know, you're speaking to a robot when you're speaking to these people. Particularly the council. Got a phone call saying, yep, the care home won't budge. We can't match it, so your mum's going to have to move. We will find a place for her, and as soon as that place comes up, she'll have to move, you know, that day. And so I kicked off, and I had a little rant here, and I emailed the care home and told them I was furious, and I emailed the council and told them I was furious, and that moving her would probably be a death sentence for her. And all of this stuff. And the care home got back in touch and said, look, we're kind of playing a game of negotiation. They came and asked us, will we budge? And we said no. And that was our first position. But we then expected them to come back with a slightly higher offer and we'd have come in with a slightly lower offer and back and forth until we kind of met somewhere in the middle. I said, well, OK, but that hasn't been explained to them. So then I had to phone the council up and say, can you speak to the care home again? And da-da-da-da. Anyway, I think we reached a compromise. I can't remember what the compromise is. And I can't remember the figures, but it's something like the council pays £750 a week, and my mum pays maybe £150, £200, £250 a week out of her pension and her benefits that she's getting. Or I don't think it's allowed to come out of her benefit. Anyway. And she was allowed to stay in the home. But for a period of several weeks, couple of months, it was really, really stressful, and it looked like she was going to get kicked out, and it would have just been horrendous because that's where she lives, and she's got friends there and all of this kind of... As much as she hates living there, she's got friends there, and this is kind of, this is her life. And it was horrible. And, this is happening all across the country, and it's not just... what happens to people when they cross that threshold. It's people that go into a care home for the first time. How do they pay for it? What do they have to... And the rules have changed since my mum went in. I think they've done it that you can kind of still own the house and set that off against future costs. And it's really confusing. So... what we're doing for the One Show is I'm going to be there, and they're going to have 1, 2, maybe 3 experts, like proper experts, because I'm not an expert. Listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. But there'll be at least one person, hopefully 2, maybe 3 people who will be there, who will know what to do. They'll know how you can best, look after the money, the best way to pay, all of this stuff. I mean, basically, it's a money pit. I'll tell you that now. It's a money pit. All of the tricks will just probably put off the inevitable for a certain amount of time. But I wish that when I was moving Mum into a care home, when my sister and I made the decision that was the best place for her, and it was a horrendous decision, and the rest of our family turned their backs on us and were furious and and we felt really guilty. I wish that we had some people we could go to and get impartial advice from, because the council told us a load of old rubbish, it turns out. And then last year, when this stuff was happening with her possibly getting moved and the crossover funding, I wish I'd had... Last year, it was 2016. I wish I'd had someone there I could have spoken to and could have... Because you've got to fill in these forms, and you've got to have bank statements. Oh, and I've got to get a copy of Mum's passport to send off to get her PIPs. And, oh, man alive. So... tomorrow at 2:30, outside the House of Fraser in the Oracle Shopping Centre, Reading. If you've got a question about this, if you've got a problem, maybe it's you, your mum, your dad, your gran, your brother, your whatever, then come. And you can get there from 1 o'clock. And there will be a TV type, probably a very attractive young man or young lady, they generally are, with a haircut. If it's a man, he'll have a haircut. They always have these haircuts now, it's all kind of swished forward. And there'll be someone there from 1. So if you want to go and register and have a chat, you'll have to come on the One Show. That's no great loss. My mum's going to be in the film. She's not coming to Reading, but I've here we go. This is happening on your licence fee, guys. I've tricked the dudes at the One Show into taking me and Mum out for a coffee and a sandwich. Beautiful. And they're going to pay for it. And they're going to film us, but Mum will find it hilarious being on telly. And they're going to buy us coffee, a sandwich, and I'm going to say it, a cake. So that's tomorrow, OK? And I'll tweet it as well tomorrow morning when I get up, and you'd be very welcome. And if you want to come along and take part in it, great. And if you want to have pictures and stuff done as well after we've done all that, or in between filming stuff, you'd be very, very welcome. It'd be nice to shake your hand. So I'm looking forward to that, and then that'll be on the One Show, I think maybe next week or the week after. I'm not quite sure, but I'm absolutely thrilled to be doing what I'm calling a movie for the One Show. Hey, I forgot to tell you this, right? What? So I got a phone call yesterday morning as I woke up, right? Mm-hmm. Hello, is that Iain the Hypnotist Lee?
Oh.
And we'd mentioned the hypnotism in the Luton show, do you remember? So I thought it was someone who'd been there. So I sort of laughed and went, yeah. And he said, you don't know who this is, do you? I said, no. It was the director of the One Show.
Oh.
It was also the guy I used to do stage hypnotism with.
Shut up.
20 years ago, Michael Armitt. It was more than 20 years ago, 22, 23 years ago, Michael flipping Armitt. And we Well, he was in the year above me, maybe 2 years above me, actually, at university. And we were both studying performing arts, and we were both quite geeky, tall, skinny, lanky men, and we both got obsessed with hypnotism, and we both learnt how to do it, and we put on shows together at university and at bars and at colleges and at restaurants and stuff, and we ended up writing for Paul McKenna. This was our first job in TV, was writing for the Hypnotic World of Paul McKenna, Series 2. Look for Michael Armitt and Ian Rugby in the credits. And I've not spoken to him 22 years, maybe once briefly, sometime 15, 16 years ago. And he phoned me up. And he's directing the One Show. Isn't that weird?
Bonkers.
It's incredible. And it was and I don't normally answer. I've started answering numbers that I don't recognise. And every time I have, it's been a delight. Like the first time, it was the producer of I'm a Celebrity saying, have you got our stolen National Television Award?
A gift.
Yeah, and then there was another one the other day. It was someone good. And then this was Michael Armitt. Wonderful. What a thrill. Anyway, so that's that. 0344 499 1000. David, then Stephen, then Andre. This is Talk Radio.
Jacked up jive talk for janitors, jazz cats and gin-soaked boys and girls.
Is that Commando?
If you're awake, you're welcome.
I've got 5 cactus needles stuck in my...
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Chris is not calling in.
Of course he isn't.
By the way, it's nice to know you block your fans after I voted for you every day in the jungle.
Oh.
I love this backlash. Sometimes the backlash makes a bit of sense. This one doesn't. I used to like you in the jungle, but ...
But because he voted for you, now you owe him.
Yeah. No, I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you. If you voted for me... have you blocked him or muted him?
Muted.
Okay, well, because he's asking you to ask you not to block him. For me not to block him.
I'm going to block you. If you start trying to use me as a pawn in this, I'll block you.
She muted you, mate. You're muted. And I'm going to block you if you don't call in by 1 o'clock. You voted for me in the jungle. Do you know what? I don't owe you anything. I suffered enough, okay? That was that. Thank you. I'm appreciative of everyone that did. I don't owe you any more. I really don't. So, no, up yours. David Babcock.
Hello.
Hello, David.
The late, man of late night radio and knocking it out of the park again.
Can't really understand a single word you're saying.
The wild man of late night radio, knocking it out of the park again with another 3 hours of irrelevant late night conversation. Joined in the studio by Kathleen Boyle. Isn't she sexy? And what a voice.
What's he talking about?
It's been a while since I've rang in, so I wanted to get you back on side.
Here's something. You know who's going to be? I'm going to be at the Oracle at 2:30. You know who's at the Oracle tomorrow at 1 o'clock?
Debbie Harry.
Katie Price.
Peter Andre.
Oh!
Peter Andre is going to be selling perfume.
Is he?
Yeah, at the Oracle at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Avon?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm going to be there, buddy.
Mysterious Girl.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Is that what it's called? Is that what his perfume's called?
I have no idea.
I've got to find out.
I don't know what his perfume's called. Anyway, what did you want, David?
First and foremost, it's so lovely to speak to you again. It has been
what are you doing? What is this?
It's been a...
Why are you talking like someone's pulled Des O'Connor's string?
I beg your pardon?
Why are you talking like someone's pulled Des O'Connor's string?
What does that mean exactly?
Well, you know, like those... I realise it's quite an obscure reference. You know those dollies that you have a string in the chest and you pull it and it says, "Hey, my name is Daisy and I'm so pleased to meet you. You've got great hands." That kind of thing. You're doing that, but it's like a Des O'Connor dolly.
Yeah. I was just trying to be a bit professional.
It's just creepy.
Professional what?
Professional tit. It's just creepy.
Right. No, come on. Hey, my good friend old Iain Lee, I've got some ghost stories for you if you like to hear them. Really spooky.
Okay, let's hear this. But just try and do it like we're having a chat at a bus stop.
You don't take the bus anymore.
No,
You've changed.
I do. I still get the bus. I like the bus. My favourite way of travelling is a double-decker bus, top deck, sat at the front, pretending I'm the driver.
He does pretend as well.
Sometimes I sit on the left at the front and pretend I'm a continental driver.
I'll have to put you on the speaking phone.
Why?
Because I've got to read them off my phone. I've got to read them off my phone.
Read what off your phone?
The scary stories.
Jesus, we can't...
Can't you remember them?
All right, go on then. I'll play some scary music. Let's just get this out of the way.
Okay. Can you still hear me?
Go.
Oh. Hang on. The last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07 before she pushed her long, rotting nails through my chest, her other hand muffling my screams. I sat bolt upright, relieved it was only a dream. But as I saw my alarm clock read 12:06, I heard my closet door creak open. Next one.
Wait a minute! What was that? Did you say shut up as well?
Shut up.
You said shut up?
Wasn't that scary?
Instead of sat up, you deliberately said shut up.
I sat bolt upright.
Yeah, like a shut up line.
Shall I do the next one?
Yeah, okay, here we go. Hang on.
Ready?
Yeah.
After working hard...
What?
After working... No.
After working her hard?
I thought you said after something else hard.
Oh, go on.
Yep.
Now.
After working hard...
Oh, jeez. Yeah?
I'm struggling to read it.
But
after working a hard day, I came home to see my girlfriend cradling our child.
Is that it?
No.
Okay. Good. Try and do it all in one go without stopping.
Right.
Start again.
After working a hard day. What does that mean, a hard day?
Oh, dear.
Okay.
I came home to see my girlfriend...
No, start again.
Right.
From the top.
After working a hard day, I came...
Start again.
Very childish. I just don't know what after working a hard day means.
After a hard day at the office.
Right. After working a hard day to the office, I came home.
Okay.
To see my girlfriend cradling our child.
What's happened to your voice?
Is that the end of the story?
Of course it's not.
Well, the other one just ended with a cupboard squeaking.
No.
I bet that other story, it was just a dead lover farting. Or maybe he collapsed and the air from his chest went out.
Yeah, you're putting me off. Go. I can do this. Come in.
Here we go.
Right.
After. Go.
After a hard working day, working a hard day, I came home and found my lover cradling my child.
I didn't know which was more frightening, seeing my dead girlfriend and child, or knowing that someone broke into my apartment to place them there.
Oh, God, I actually farted when I laughed so hard.
I know, I can smell it.
Thank you.
It was worth it, wasn't it, in the end?
Wow. I did not see that coming.
Wow, that is incredible. Wow, that is bleak. Do you know who did it?
Well, no, I think ghost or something.
Not a ghost, it's some sort of grave robber. I think that's an offence. That's an offence. And actually, procedures at whichever mortuary that was holding them obviously lacks.
Well, hang on a minute. How long have they been dead for?
I don't know, but the devil's in the detail. I don't know what it means.
The devil's in it?
Oh.
No. That was like a rolled doll, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was disappointing, yes.
Yeah.
Is that it? We done?
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, I think
it will, yeah.
Thanks so much. I mean, what a waste of everyone's life. Dear God. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Dead of night discourse for disco queens,
I'm related to Jed Wood and Dolly Parton.
dairy farmers,
Aye.
and distant fathers.
Yeah, whatever.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Doing lots of things that we don't know about, we can't control.
On Talk Radio.
Yeah, it's great.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Let's go to Stephen. Good evening, Stephen.
Oh, yeah, hello.
Yes.
Good evening to the pair of you.
Thank
okay?
you. Yes, very well. A little bit of a stomach ache, but I'm fine. Got a nice weekend. Going to do the one show tomorrow. Then
yeah.
Doing that, and then on Sunday it's my youngest's birthday party. It's a few weeks too late,
nice.
and then in the evening I'm going to go to London, and I'm going to record a panel show for Radio 4 with Lee Mack, John Thompson, and Gabby Rodsland.
Cool. That Oracle in the Reading is a nice shopping precinct.
Beautiful,
it's
beautiful.
Nicer than the Queensmere in Slough.
It's a lot nicer. The Queensmere in Slough has really gone downhill. I'm there a fair bit these days, so I quite often take the boys to the cinema there. But it's, you know, when I was a lad, the Queensmere was the place to be. But now it's full of, well, no, not really. But now it's there's a dark energy running through it.
Okay, I haven't been there in a few years. I've never rung up a radio station in my life, and I'm a bit nervous.
Good. It's the way we like 'em. That's the way we like 'em, buddy.
But I'm enlightened on how the whole process worked. I didn't realise you'd listen to the phone.
Yeah.
Through.
Yeah.
Listen to the show through the phone. Sorry.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still here.
Okay. Hello?
Like I said to the person who answered the phone, I didn't have a particular point to make, but I was listening. No, sorry, hold on.
What? Hello? What is going on?
I don't know.
What?
I didn't realise you were from Slough.
I'm
Ian.
from Slough. I grew up. I spent the first 11 years of my life on the Britwell estate.
On the Britwell estate.
I went to Claycox Middle School, then we moved to Farnham Common, and I went to the Sir William Herschel Grammar School.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I went, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I've run out of words now.
Well, that's okay. Well, no, we can do this. We can do this. So you lived in Slough. You live in Slough.
Yeah. My nan was from the Northborough estate, Scafell Road and Pending Court.
I know the Northborough estate, but I don't know the names of those roads. But you didn't live in Slough.
No, I did. Yeah, I lived in, and then lived.
Hello.
Northborough estate. Yeah.
Yeah. And what school did you go to?
Well, I went to. Excuse me, Sip in the Middle originally, and then I went to St Joseph's.
St Joseph's.
Secondary.
How old are you?
Yeah. I'm actually 36 today.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday. Oh, and okay, you're a lot younger than me, because I had a friend that ended up going to St Joseph's, but you wouldn't know him because he would have been 8 years older than you. Yeah, good school, St Joseph's.
Well. Yeah.
Was it not when you went there?
Not really.
No. Still, it could have been worse. It could have been Beechwood.
Indeed.
You see, that was my fear, was going to
Was
Beechwood.
it?
Oh, my fear was failing the 11 plus and going to Beechwood, which was, at the time, it's not now. This is a long time. This was 33 years ago. 33 years ago. It was a flipping rough old school then,
I knew some people,
get knocked about, and it was horrendous, and that was my fear, was going there.
Yeah, I don't think it was my fear, but I'll tell you what, Westgate. My parents didn't send me to Westgate. Yeah, they sent me to St Joe's.
Now, which one was Westgate? I'm thinking of Orchard School. Okay, no, I'm getting confused. All right, go on. Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, I went bowling today.
Yeah. 10 pin or Crown Green?
Pardon?
10 pin or Crown Green?
No, 10 pin.
Yep.
I went with my daughter.
Yeah.
And she beat me.
Yeah.
So next time I go with her, she's only 2, mind.
Sorry?
I'm going to use those ramps that the kids use.
Oh, I can't use the ramp because I like a good throw, although it puts my back out. But I do like to have the side cushions raised.
The bumpers?
Yeah, I like the bumpers up. I like to bumper to bumper. Wait a minute, mate. Where's my jumper? I do like the bumpers up.
After today, I don't think that's cheating any longer if a 2-year-old can beat me.
It's flipping hard work, that game, man. It's flipping hard work. And there are times I can go. miss, then I'll get a strike, all of them down, then I'll get another strike, then I'll miss for another 3.
My 9-year-old has just got the right technique. I don't know what... Obviously, genetically, she's not me.
Yeah.
And she's just amazing. And even me trying my best, I can't beat her.
Yeah. Well, it's a fun thing. It's a fun thing to take the kids to do.
Oh, yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
When I was in New Zealand, I took my nephew Dylan. I said, we had a day, because he finished school, and we had a day and we went and played 10-pin bowling, and it was flipping brilliant. Loved it. Loved it.
It's great.
And then, because you give your name, this one, you give your name in and they put your name on the screen for you, right? You don't type it in. So we're there playing. And then these 2 older lads, in their 20s came and played. And it went up on the screen. One was called Dick. And I think the other one was called Bellend.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Yeah. Something like that. So I don't remember it exactly. And, so it was fun times. Me and Dylan had a good old bowling session. We enjoyed it a lot, actually. It was fun. Hey, Stephen, nice one, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right, thanks for talking to me. Thank you.
Ta-ta. He's a nice guy. Speaking of nice guys, it's Andre.
Hi, Kath, all right?
Yes, mate.
Oh, don't say too much to Barry.
Can I ask? You can shut up. Are you on speakerphone?
I don't know. Hold on.
Yes,
you do.
I know. That's it. Hold on.
Don't play.
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, is that all right?
Yes.
Turn it off.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, I've got a few sounds and I've got my lappy on, so you be prepared for this. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to sing?
Yeah.
Oh, where you go?
Right, turn this one off. I'm not singing at that.
Okay.
Well, this one, I'm singing at this one.
Yep.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Bit of volume. So I'll turn it off again. There you go. Hold on. One of my favourites. Los Angeles.
Great city.
You are too hot. You have never been in love until you've seen the stars reflect in the reservoirs. You have never been in love until you've seen the dawn rise behind the home for the blind. We are the pretty petty thieves. Oh, yes, I had a bit of bad news today about this fella in on our streets. Hector was the first of the gang with a gun in his hand, and the first of the gang to die. Oh my. Hector was the first of the gang with a gun in his hand, and the first of the gang to die. Oh my. You have never been in love until you've seen the sunlight thrown over smashed human bone. You're the pretty petty thieves. And you're standing on our streets where Hector was the first of the gang with the gun in his hand, and the first the first of the gang to die.
He sang that last time.
He did. It's a shame, isn't it?
Sang that last time.
We want the new stuff, Andre.
Hey, I'm really excited about this, and then, of course, I tweeted I was excited about it. And then, of course, the snobs on Twitter. Oh, the rubbish. They're rubbish.
What?
They're auto-tune. That was the real day. Someone said that was the real day the music died. And I love it. I love it. I love pop. Never made, I love pop. I loved them the first time around. I was a fan the first time around for about the first 18 months, and then I kind of went off in different directions. But I remember trying to buy tickets the first time they toured. I remember I had the first album. I loved them. We used to we used to drink and watch. We had a Spice Girls video, and we watch it.
Yeah, I was obsessed with them.
Yeah, it was great. And now, of course, my youngest loves the Spice Girls. He may not now. It's been a while, fickle kids are. So to see the Spice Girls are getting back together, genuinely a thrill. I think Mel C's got one of the best voices in Britain. I think she's great. I think they're all great. I think they're all great at what they do, and it was such a phenomenon.
My girls got into them without seeing any of the videos, so it's not all about marketing and packaging. They loved the music. Those songs are magic.
Holla, 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 come on. Holla, 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 come on, come on. The Spice Girls are reportedly planning to reform this year in a deal worth £10 million each. It is claimed all 5 stars, Mel C, Mel B, Emma Bunton, Jerry Horner, and Victoria Beckham will be getting back together for projects. And they did get back together today. There's a couple of pictures that a couple of them have tweeted of them all together. It's one of their houses. They are said to include a TV show in China and endorsement deals and an album of their greatest hits. A source said this is the pop reunion no one thought would ever happen again. But after a long period of negotiation, Victoria agreed the time is right to work on new projects this year. It's very exciting because she's always been adamant she wouldn't go back. Mel C has previously admitted she could not see a reunion happening unless all 5 of the group were on board. She told Davina McCall on ITV's The Nightly Show in March 2017, that's where I'm at now, that's where myself and Victoria are. Well, she spoke to us, of course. It's not really doing the band justice to go out as a 4-piece. Whoever is missing, it doesn't matter. For me, Spice Girls, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. So they're getting back. They got back together today, and they posted pictures of them, and I think that's genuinely, really, really exciting. And I shall try and get tickets, and I will probably fail, and I will end up buying hooky tickets from someone probably because I want to take my 2 boys to see a proper Spice Girls concert. They'll love it.
It'll be wonderful.
They'll be over the moon when I tell them.
The sadness of it is those tickets are going to go for fortune, so the people who would really get a kick out of the Spice Girls won't be able to go.
Yeah, the tickets will be... the decent ones are going to be 150 quid each. And then they'll get snapped up by bots, and then they'll be sold on. Got really bad indigestion because I had chocolate earlier. And then they'll be sold, for 500 quid a pop from hooky websites.
So little kids like yours and mine won't be able to go.
My kids will still
yours will be able to go because the jungle money, but mine won't be able to go because apparently I'm out of my ear when you go off to be a gamer. Wowzers indeed.
Well, so I'm excited by the Spice Girls. I love it, and I think it's great news. And they're crap, get stuffed. Get stuffed. They're one of the best pop bands of all time.
They're what pop music is supposed to be.
It's fun. It's fun. You can have a boogie to it, and you can have a little smooch to it, and you can swing your kids around. Perfect.
If you don't like it, it's not for you.
Perfect. I'm going to take the boys, and I'll take my wife, and we will go, and we'll get up, and we'll have a little boogie, and the boys will love it. Absolutely love it. So I cannot wait. Patrick, stay there. I'm going to come to you in a little bit. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Don't forget, throughout the week at 1 o'clock, it used to switch over to Talk Sport. It doesn't do that now. It goes to Paul Ross. So Paul Ross, Monday to Thursday, I get confused by the timings and the days, 1 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock. But tonight, Friday night, Saturday morning, and tomorrow, Saturday night, Sunday morning, 1 till 5. Ladies and gentlemen, it's only Martin Kellner. A man I'd never met until earlier on, but I feel like when he came up to me and I was like, oh, flipping it's Martin Kellner, because I feel like I know him because I've listened to him on various different stations. He's a mate of ours, Watco. He's friends with Watco, and I've listened to him intently and I've listened to him casually and I've kind of looked at his Twitter and I've seen him and I've seen him getting shafted by the BBC. There's a small but ever growing group of people who've been stitched up by the BBC. Danny Baker is our captain, but all of us, anyway. So there's like a secret handshake for people who've been let down by a corporation that they once loved working for. But all of that is irrelevant because at 1 o'clock tonight and then at 1 o'clock Sunday morning, I get so confused with all of that and I shouldn't. Martin Kellner's on and it's going to be cracking and it's going to be brilliant, and all I'm going to say is LBC, 5 Live and BBC London, your dominance of the through the night schedules is coming to an end, guys. You might as well just switch off at 10 o'clock at night now and not start again until, what time does Julia start? 6:30, then you can start your transmitters again and all of that. But between 10 and 6:30, you guys ain't got a chance. 03444991000. I'm Iain Lee. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
It's just a number. 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 It's just a number.
I'm 18. She's 30. Does that make me dirty? I'm 18. She's nearly twice as old. At least that's what I've been told. Well, I'm 18. She's older. This age thing is a chip on her shoulder. I'm 18 and I've been around the block, but she's got a few more miles on the clock. And if it don't matter to you, don't matter to me. It's just a number, it's just a number. If it don't matter to you, don't matter to me. It's just a number, it's just a number. She said, honey, I could be your mother, when all I want is an older lover.
It's just a number. It's just a number. It's just a number. It's just a number.
I'm 18, I'm unemployed. I could be a little toy boy. I'm 18, I'm a full-grown man, but I feel like a child when she holds me in her hand. And if it don't matter to you, don't matter to me. It's just a number, it's just a number. If it don't matter to you, don't matter to me. It's just a number, it's just a number. Honey, I'm sure you know a trick or two, and I bet that I could learn real quick from you, because I'm just a boy, you're just a girl. If we get together, we can change the world. I'm just a boy, you're just a girl. If we get together, we can change the world. I'm just a boy, you're just a girl. If we get together, we can change the world. I'm just a boy, you're just a girl. If we get together, we can change this world. I'm just a boy, you're just a girl. If we get together, we can change the world. I'm just a boy, you're just a girl. If we get together, we can change the world. I'm just a boy, you're just a girl. If we get together, we can change the world. I'm just a boy, you're just a girl. If we get together, we can change the world. I'm just a boy, you're just a girl. If we get together, we can change the world.
03444991000 is the telephone number. Good evening, Patrick.
Hiya.
Hey, Patrick, what you got, man?
I don't know. I haven't called into a talk show like this before, and while I was waiting to get connected with you there, I got thinking as to whose responsibility is it to be entertaining in this situation. I mean,
it's mine.
I called in to you.
It's my responsibility. No, it is. It's my responsibility to, and I'm struggling a bit because I've got really bad stomachache actually at the moment. But it's my responsibility to make the calls entertaining. It's not up to you guys. You guys call in, and you know my job is to get to the meat and to veg of what you've got to say. But you've got nothing to say. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I was watching. Wasn't watching your stream. I was browsing streams, and I stumbled across yours there, and I saw the description saying the callers are weird, and I've seen some of your previous callers, and I thought, well, I'm weird, and I can do that.
So hang on a minute. So you found us on Periscope?
No, I found you on Twitch.
Oh, on Twitch. Okay, right. Now, Twitch... Okay, because I stream it on Periscope, and then my mate Matthew, he then streams it on YouTube and Twitch and something else. And loads of people kind of find us through those different wonderful little things. So had you listened to the show before, Patrick?
I've never. I just stumbled across you about 20 minutes ago.
So, all right, because I don't know Twitch very well. Twitch is normally... You can maybe explain it to me, because I'm an old man. Twitch is normally people streaming video games, isn't it?
It is, yes, and I'm an old man too, but...
You've got a young man's voice.
Yeah, I've got a young man's face as well. I'm doing pretty good.
As long as it's not in a box under the floorboards, you'll be okay. So... How did you stumble on this on Twitch? What were you just... Because I've been on Twitch a couple of times, but I don't know it very well. What were you presented with, like a menu, or how do you find someone by accident?
Well, generally you go in, you'd search by category, or you'd search by specific game. Okay. So you want to watch someone playing, Overwatch or League of Legends or whatever, you just go in there, you can choose that, and then you'll get a big list of all the people that are specifically playing that game.
Yeah.
Or you can go in and you can browse by categories, and that's what I was doing. I was just looking through the categories of talk shows, and your one was on the list.
So there are other talk shows on there?
Dozens.
I've got to check this out. I've got to check this out because I'm gonna. I don't know if I don't know if you heard earlier in the show, Patrick, but I am gonna quit being a radio host and I'm gonna become a professional streamer of video games. I've decided that's what I want to do with my life because there are people like making hundreds of thousands of dollars out there, aren't there?
Well, you are in a unique advantage that your name is already known. You have already got a following. I'm not certain as to how big that is, but you already have a following, and I would recommend against it for yourself. Never mind just the average person.
Recommend against
the whole. Oh yes, the whole streaming community in general is based around one of two things.
Yes.
Either you are exceptionally high skill, in which case it doesn't matter, or you are exceptionally entertaining, in which case there's a dime a dozen. And if you want to be one of those people that are exceptionally entertaining and be popular and make a lot of money off of that sort of thing, you just kind of have to be lucky.
Oh.
You just kind of have to be lucky and fall into it. Because for every big, gigantic, entertaining Twitch person out there, you can find, someone who's just as good that's got one or two viewers. For example, your talk show on Twitch has, I don't mean to.
It's not many.
You've only got 17 viewers.
Okay, right. 17,000 is that?
No, 17.
No, I know. But if I was streaming Overwatch, which I've only just started, I'm almost level 15. People. Oh God! I've been very lucky in my career so far, apart from having to hang out with those idiots in the jungle. But that's disappointing.
No.
Yep.
Don't allow him to crush your dreams.
No, I will not allow him to crush my dreams. I'm gonna, damn you, Patrick, damn you. I'm gonna follow through and
I'm a pessimist and a realist, and that's all you're ever gonna get from me.
So, because I've only recently, do you know the comedian Limmy?
No.
Oh, mate, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. He's a Scottish comedian called Limmy. He does a thing called Limmy Show, right? You can watch it on YouTube and Netflix. I think it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's really, really dark. Really dark. But he also streams video games. We were watching a video of him streaming Resident Evil 7. But what Catherine thought we were watching it live. What she didn't realise, 2.5 hours later when it finished, was when that it was pre-recorded. And she only knew when at the end he went, right, troops, it's nearly midnight, so I'm going to stop now. She went... Sorry, is this not live? I said, no, this was on yesterday. And she was furious. But he gets about 10,000 views for the things. So I would thoroughly recommend you watch Limmy streaming a game, because he's very, very funny. Very rude, but very funny.
Well, it depends if being rude is part of his thing.
Yes.
Or, you just understand that having the thing is big if you want to get, and the thing is, the MacGuffin that makes you... Yeah. "Quote-unquote special."
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. So do you stream games, Patrick, or do you just go and watch? Are you a voyeur?
No, well, I've got a Twitch channel, but it's generally used for streaming to just like my friends and family and relatives. For example, I used it the other day to show my nephew how to make a rocket in a game.
Oh, wow! Oh, so you can set it up as like a private room and just invite like your friends and stuff in?
I'm sure you can. Yes, I didn't particularly do that myself. I mean, if someone else wanted to watch it, they could have done. But my nephew, he was just sitting there and he was having trouble, doing something in a game he was in. I was just like, I was trying to help him.
Yeah.
Get it going, but it's kind of hard to do it, not being able to physically take control of his computer. So I just fired up my Twitch, and he went over to my channel, and I sat there and showed him everything that I wanted to show him. And then
isn't that funny what you can do these days? And I tell you the thing, I prefer watching a personality streaming the game rather than watching what they call esports, where it's done like a sports programme, you know, and you'll have generally American, there are some British ones, and you'll have commentators and, you know, I've tried the esports thing, Patrick, but I prefer watching one person at home doing it. I don't know why. A bit more intimate. Well, it's significantly more intimate. I don't know.
It seems it's a really bizarre thing that you're talking about there is your taste in the esports. I don't particularly like the esports of the games that I play.
Yeah.
But games that I don't play, I like, for example, there's a game called StarCraft 2. I don't particularly play StarCraft 2. I've dabbled in it a little bit, but it's certainly not one of my games that I play. But I love the StarCraft 2 competitive scene.
Yeah.
And my wife, she actually plays games like Overwatch herself. Yeah. She can't stand games like League of Legends, but she loves the competitive League of Legends. She'll watch that for hours, quite literally, and she doesn't particularly like the game.
It's a funny old world. It really is a funny world. Give Limmy a try, Patrick. I don't think he streams on Twitch though. I think he just does it on YouTube.
Uh-huh. Is that Limmy with an L?
Limmy, Limmy. You might hate him. I think he might be Daft Limmy, Daftlimmy. Anyway, YouTube it and you'll find it. You might hate it. You know. I mean, he was playing Resident Evil 7 and he was finding it really boring, and he was just being very funny, going, "Wow, this is some game. Wow, this is," you know, and it was being very sarcastic and very honest, and I find it hilarious. But I guess you've got to buy into the personality, haven't you, if you're going to dig it?
Yes, absolutely.
Patrick, hey, listen, man, you didn't have anything to say, and we've had a really good chat for about 9-10 minutes. So thank you for that.
Yeah, not a problem. I have a fairly strong tendency to do that. If you get me started talking, it's hard to get me to stop.
Good. Well, listen, you know, if you want to call in again, you'd be very welcome. We're on Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock at night until 1 o'clock in the morning. There's podcasts and all of that stuff. And I really appreciate you finding us on Twitch and then picking up the phone.
Yeah.
Nice one, man. Thanks a lot.
Good night.
What a nice guy. Is it the desk still frozen? The desk is frozen out there, so we got no ads. Can we take phone calls, or we can take, if you want to phone in? We've got no phone calls, but if you want to phone in, you can. He was a nice guy. Isn't it funny? And I love this. And Matthew, who does this, he does it for nothing. I slip him a few quid every now and then, but he does it because he just wants to help out and stuff. And I love the fact that, we've only got 17 people watching us on Twitch, but one of those people picked up the phone and called in. I mean, that's like 8%. That's like 8% of and the 8% of listeners don't phone in. So I'm dead chuffed with that. Thank you, Patrick. And I find it fascinating. It's a whole world, and it is my new jam is watching Limmy play these games and be filthy and swear. He came and joined me a couple of days ago when I was playing Overwatch. He dived into a game and he kind of took over, and it was wonderful. It was a thrill. I was in bed.
I did find it hilarious. I was really disappointed earlier on when he said, it's midnight, I'm going to bed. I was thinking, I want you to finish your game.
I know.
So that's why I was gutted that it wasn't live.
He's playing it now if you want to go and watch.
Is he?
Yeah, he started it a little while ago. He might have stopped now, but he did start it. Don't do it in here because he'll be swearing. He'll be effing and jeffing. It's all good now, is it? All right, brilliant. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. The late night alternative with Iain Lee, Catherine Boyle. You're listening to Talk Radio on DAB. Maybe you've downloaded the app, or maybe you're online at talkradio.co.uk. Maybe you're on Twitch. If you are, thank you very much indeed. You can give us a call, 0344 499 1000.
It's electric, it's eclectic, it's always rule-free. It's the late-night alternative with that man, Iain Lee.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Good evening, Trevor.
Hi, Ian. We were just talking on Twitter. You were talking about your 7A label, and you were wondering about Mickey Dolenz records.
Oh, yes.
They were recorded professionally. And I would just quite quickly mention some of the Elvis stuff.
Hang on, is it you? Hang on, are you the dude that you're Trevor O'Sullivan?
Yeah,
We've just been tweeting
when you were in the Dublin.
Yes. How are you doing, mate? So, I've been while the show's been going on. I've been rather naughty, and Trevor and I have been tweeting each other, and he was telling me about this that because there were so many Elvis Presley bootleg recordings that the company kind of said we need to get a grip on this, which is what Dylan did, and they've set up a label to basically release these bootlegs officially. Is that right?
That's right. Since 1999, I've been collecting them. Hundreds. You literally can't keep up with them. Soundboards recorded for the mixing desk, alternate takes, special editions of the original albums in a gatefold sleeve.
Wowzers.
Massive books that are like, a dream come true.
I've just looked at the books. They're about 70, 80 quid.
Yeah, they're quite dear, but they're really professionally done. They have amazing pictures, amazing stories and backstage stuff, rare stuff. And as well as that, the bootleg scene is unbelievable. I paid, for example, an Elvis on Tour box set today with 9 CDs and a big, huge, heavy book for £190.
Bloody hell, Trevor!
But listen to this scene. Listen to this. I spent £90 on a book maybe a few years ago. It was limited edition to 1,000 copies. Now, I wasn't really into the vinyl. I started collecting the CD bootlegs. So I decided to sell it today just to see what kind of... It's going for £1,000 on eBay.
Shut the front door, man!
Yeah, they increase exponentially. I have all the FTD labels. I'm most of the collection. I have an incredible collection. Wow. I'm hardcore.
If I send you a couple of C90s, can you tape them for me?
Of course I can.
I'm joking.
Not at all.
No, but
you mentioned we had a call previously, and you kind of were joking me. Elvis's only good song was "Do the Clown."
No, do you know what? I do. Because I just tweeted you, I quite like Elvis from about 71, 72 onwards. The studio stuff, Walk a Mile in My Shoes, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I dig that.
Yeah, and you mentioned. I remember I was surprised that you mentioned Early Morning Rain.
Yeah.
Now there was a great outtake of that on one of the bootlegs as well. You know the way it takes a few takes to get a song right.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of the Monkees or any group, it's nice to see the evolution of a song in the studio.
Yeah, of course it is. You love all that stuff.
But some of the like I paid, for example, for bootleg. I told you I was ill. I was on the list for a liver transplant in 1994.
Yes.
And that's when I started collecting the bootlegs, and they'd come through the post, and maybe paid £20 or £25 for them. Now they're like rare as hen's teeth, to use the phrase, and you literally get hundreds of pounds for them. It's like buying property.
Let me ask you one geeky question, then we'll go a little bit more general again. We'll zoom in and then we'll pull the camera back. Every time I go to a record fair, I see a black Elvis Presley collection of bootleg recordings. There's about 17 or 12 or 15 concerts in it, and they're selling it. It's like a black sort of box, and they sell it for like about 25 quid. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. It sounds like they're just CDRs. They're just... they're just not professionally produced. They're just a rehash.
I want to... I think I saw... Because you can buy bootlegs on Amazon now.
You can. And eBay is a great source for buying bootlegs as well. I remember even Tower Records were selling the SPs of Elvis.
Yeah, they used to in the olden days. I'm trying to find... No, I can't see it. Oh, well. No, I can't see it. All right, well, do you know what? I'm going to have a look at these, because I do like a little bit of sort of 70s Elvis. I do think it's a lot of fun, so I shall I should be having a look at that. Nice one, Trevor. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem. Listen, pleasure to talk to you. Take care.
Thanks a lot, man. Take care. Bye-bye. We're getting nice people calling us tonight, apart from the racist. We're getting really nice people. Good evening, Neil.
Hello, Ian. How's it going, mate?
It's going all right, thank you, Neil. What you got for us?
Well, basically... Oh, sorry. Hello, Kath, as well.
Hello, Neil.
Sorry.
Well done. You were being judged there by all of us, yes. Don't worry, look.
I don't want to leave anyone out, basically. No. Right, tonight, I'm not going to say any unfunny jokes or anything like that. That was enough for that the other night.
I'll be honest, those jokes the other day, Neil, they were a bit crap.
Oh, he started it again. We thought it was over.
Yes!
It wasn't over.
Yes, mate. I totally pwned you. That's what I'm talking about, buddy.
But I got that joke from listening to you, so you took it back.
Oh, you're stealing my joke.
You've been hoist with your own Picard.
And it's silly. Me and Kath are getting paid for this. You're not, Neil, but me and Kath are getting paid for this.
I mean, I'm
rubbish.
getting substantially less than him, but still.
Yeah.
it should be equal pay.
No,
it shouldn't. I don't do the same job as him.
No, and also I'm a big star.
BBC,
but if you're a big star, you should get more money.
Also, I don't want to eat a pig's fanny for it, so... He can have
I
it.
ate a pig's fanny for tens of thousands of pounds. I've eaten a lot worse for a lot less. Anyway, Neil, what the blooming heck do you want?
Right, I want to talk about accents and how some people don't like the sound of their own accent, especially when they hear it back on the radio, for instance.
Neil's got personal experience with this, I think.
Yeah, I have. I listened back to my crap jokes.
Yes.
And I think Kath thought I said crap.
Well, you kind of... Well, hang on. You kind of were saying crap and crap.
That was the joke, wasn't it?
That was the joke, wasn't it? It was... You were kind of saying one or...
But because of my accent, and to be honest, I don't like the sound of my own voice on the radio.
No.
Hence why, I don't call up that much, or you get a bit shy.
Well, don't listen back. That's the truth. I don't listen back to this rubbish.
I don't, no.
Yeah, but I mean, you and Kath, your voice is on the radio. That's why you work on the radio. They sound clear.
No. But here's the thing. Everybody, most people, have what you're talking about. In my head, I sound quite well spoken, and when I listen back, I hear this bloke talking like this, dropping his teeth, going all. I hear my dad, who's a Cockney Barra boy, right? Yes, I do. I do. I hear a horrible, loud Cockney voice, right? And you sound good. You sound good to us, right? Or to me. I can't speak for Cap, but you sound good. I can understand what you're saying. You sound clear. But that
is a psychological thing where
it's not only
your own
psychological.
voice sounds weird.
It's physical, because the way you're hearing yourself when you speak is through bone. It's like it's not the same way you hear yourself when you're coming back through a speaker.
Ah, I see. Because you're in the game, you'll know all this technical knowledge, won't you?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but there is hardly. I don't think I've ever met anyone who enjoys listening back to the sound of their voice, and I can't do it.
Unless you're called Donald Trump.
Well, exactly. There's one or two narcissists out there that do. But I can't do it. And, sometimes I do voiceovers for shows, and you'll have to listen. You have to listen back. You might have to listen back to what you did last week so you can do the same kind of pitch, kind of speed. You have to listen back to what you've just done. Might have to drop in a bit. And it's just, oh, God, you're sat in this tiny room and it's no air conditioning because the air conditioning is too noisy, and you're sweating and it's dark. And you're worried that you're being judged on literally every word you say, and then they're playing you back your own voice. You go nuts. You can't do it for more than 2 hours. I can't do more than a 2-hour voice session because I go nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'd be able to do that if I'm honest, but I don't think I wouldn't be. I can do different kinds of voices. I could do a voiceover voice or try. I don't know if you want to hear it or not.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
All right, then. You give me a sentence, and I'll give it back to you if I can.
Okay.
Right, give me something good to say.
Okay, fine. You and a loved one can dine for just $8.99 this Friday.
You and a loved one can dine for just $8.99 this Friday.
That was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, you give him one. Go on, this is fun.
Okay, let's...
Let him be the performing monkey for a change.
All right, then. Go on, then.
Okay, hang on a minute. Read the instructions carefully. Terms and conditions apply.
Read the instructions carefully. Terms and conditions apply.
That one wasn't so good.
I sounded like Crichton off Red Dwarf.
I think he did a little bit. One of my great skills is I can read the legals. You've got to read the legals fast at the end. Right, radio adverts about 30 seconds long, right? And you've got to read the legals fast, but they have to be able to be understood.
I was talking to my daughter about this yesterday because she was saying, I'd like to work on the radio, but I don't think I could do voiceovers like Iain does.
Yeah.
She said, because I can't do the fast talking at the end. I said, well, let me tell you a secret.
Yeah.
I said, Iain does it that way,
Yeah.
and that's the way it's recorded. But for some people, they speed it up afterwards.
They speed it up a little bit and they keep the pitch the same. And sometimes it's 2 takes or 3 takes kind of done together. I do it in 1 take because I'm a master. But that is kind of my special skill is I'll do it when you do the advert and you do the thing and they say, right, that was a little bit over. And what I'm good at is I go, how much over was it? They say it was over by 3 seconds. Mm-hmm. And I go, and they go, do you want to take some words out? I said, nope, I can shave you 3 seconds off this. And I do it. Boom! The second time, it's bang on time.
But both of us, I think, speak quite quickly when we're not on air, don't we?
Oh, God, yes. But I can do the terms and conditions. Like, they're like, whoa. And I do the terms and conditions fast, right? And they said, that was incredible. And I say, I can do it faster if you want. Can you? Oh, yes, I can. Boom. And I'm in there, because that's, it's what you do. So, Neil, if you want to earn the big bucks, like me, you've got to learn to do the T's and C's quick.
Another interesting thing, or something that I'm wanting to do, is I'm looking to go into acting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and hopefully I'm looking into various courses like acting for beginners.
Yeah.
And fingers crossed, I should be doing one later on this year.
Hey, nice one, man. Good luck.
Go, yeah.
What fun! You get to play around with people and be different people and do silly voices and wear hats and things
and get paid for it.
Well, yeah, hopefully that's the dream. But you get to play. It's like me and Kath. Kath's got more work to do than me. But ultimately, the core of our job is just showing off to each other for 3 hours a night. What a gig! What a great gig! And acting is the same thing. Obviously, there's work. But the core of it,
learning lines and scripts.
There's a reason why a play is called a play. It's because you're getting to play. And it's that word play. Wonderful. What a gig.
Yeah.
Neil, I wish you the very, very best of luck with it.
Oh, cheers, Ian.
Nice one, man. Take care. Ta-ta. What nice people. I'm hoping that Reese and Grant are going to be obnoxious because we've had too many nice people tonight. 03444991000. I'm Ian Lee. This is Talk Radio.
Set free your mind. Let your fancy take flight. Conversation gets curiouser by the glow of moonlight.
The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee on Talk Radio.
03444991000. 1 o'clock. Don't switch off because Martin Kellner's coming in. Brand new show. But an old voice. Let's not beat around the bush. Many of you will know his name, and you'll be no doubt excited he's coming on. Some of you will never have heard of him before. But trust me, the other radio stations, your through the night gigs, you might as well save everybody the embarrassment and save the money on the electricity and just switch off. 10 o'clock at night, switch off. Don't start again until 6:30 in the morning. That's my tip.
And selfishly, we're really chuffed because we've got something brilliant to listen to on the way home now.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to Reese. Good evening, Reese.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, Reese. What you got for us?
Nothing. It's just my first-time caller. I've been listening for a long time.
Hey, nice one, man. Well, I can only apologise for the rubbish you've had to listen to. When you say a long time, Reese, how long do you mean?
Well, I've been listening for about 2 years.
Gosh, you must be tired. Can you do me a favour? I don't know if you've got the radio on or Periscope on or whatever it is. Can you turn the audio off?
What audio?
I can hear something in the background.
Is that better?
Is it? Well, is it off?
Yeah, it's off.
But then that's infinitely better.
It must have been the radio.
It must have been the radio, for goodness sakes. Where are you calling from, Reese? What part of the country are you in?
I'm from Inverness in Scotland.
Oh, beautiful. Hey, I bet it's chilly up there tonight, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I like cold nights. I love cold nights. This is what winter should be. You get in bed and it's freezing. And then you wake up in the morning and it's freezing. I love it. This is what life is.
I went for a kip at my mum and dad's today.
Yeah.
My dad got me a hot water bottle.
Oh,
boom.
Old school. Old school.
We couldn't get moving for the snow. Couldn't get the cars out, move the drive or nothing.
Have you got thick snow now?
No, we don't. It's all thawed out now. So.
Okay, I like it, right, when you look out and there's thick snow and your heart sinks, you go, how am I going to get to work? Oh, I'm not. I'm not. There's literally no way I could get into work. Snow day. And a snow day as an adult, it takes a while to kind of, go, well, maybe I could walk, or I could but snow days for adults, what a joy. What a joy. I love it.
Did you say you were going to take up professional gaming?
Yeah, I'm going to become a professional gamer and a professional. Maybe I've not made this clear. I'm going to be streaming it on my YouTube channel. That's where I'm going to make the money. Is I'm going to be streaming it. I'm going to get sponsorship. People are going to pay subs and make donations. And I reckon I can get £50,000 in the first 6 months.
Yeah, what's the name of your YouTube channel? I'll subscribe to
It's Rabbit Hole. YouTube.com/Rabbit Hole.
Okay.
And I urge everybody to sign up to that, because that really is going to be, it's going to be the MBT, the next big thing, Reese. And if I will always have the most respect for the first 5,000 subscribers. People after that, they'll be grateful for it, but the first 5,000, you're the guys that I'm going to be doing it for.
How many subscribers you got currently?
3,652.
So you got any sponsors yet?
It's a little bit early. I'm talking to some people. I'm talking to Barry's Cars, and I'm talking to a guy who works part-time at the Robert Dias in Slough. Not that. Sorry. I should just say not about Robert Dias sponsoring me. They're not interested. About him sponsoring me. Yeah.
Because did you know you can get your viewers and subscribers to sponsor you through Streamlabs?
Through what?
Streamlabs on YouTube.
Streamlabs?
Yeah.
This sounds incredible. How much can I charge?
It's a fixed price. It's £4.99 a month.
Oh,
cha-ching!
There we go. It's cheaper than Netflix, and I will give you much better variety than Netflix.
And you can set up custom emojis with yourself.
Oh, mate, I'm gonna really read about this over the weekend, and I'm gonna cream all of my followers off.
And once you get 1,000 subscribers, you could get tips and that through Streamlabs as well, and Super Chat on the YouTube app.
I've got Super Chat. People can Super Chat me. That's where they say. We were watching Lemmy streaming the other day. People were paying him 50 quid. He got a few 50 quids, a few fivers.
He didn't have to, even get his nipples out.
No, he didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to do anything. And he made a few £100.
Yeah.
Well, Reese, this is going to be the future. Sign up. I might stream a little bit of Overwatch tonight when I get.
A lot of American and Canadian YouTube channels are still on the live chat.
Screw those. Screw the Listen, America and Canada. Why can't I say that? America and Canada. Why can't I say that? America and Canada. Canada. That's it.
Why are you saying it weird, mate?
I don't know. Why can't I say Canada? America and Canada. I don't know. Just watch out, because the rabbit hole is going to come and kick your ass. Kick your ass. Reese, good first call, mate. We'll speak again soon.
All right, see you later.
Thanks, mate. And that's what I want, I want cheery, upbeat people joining me, watching me, cheering me on.
Vim and Vigour.
Vim and Vigour. V&V. V-A-V. Good evening, Grant.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Governor. Hello, mate.
Here's some perk.
Here we go. Well, hello, Grants.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I just apologise for hanging up on you? I was upset about Marquis Smith last week, and I was giving you an essence of the frustration that his performance could sometimes deliver. But I'm still grieving, and I'm ringing in because I'm very proud of you for making a decision.
Yep.
It's very, very, bold.
Yeah.
And I go on.
Well, even if it's a decision that puts your best mate out of work?
You'll be fine.
I know, but you'll be there doing, with Rufus, whoever comes on board, he'll be all right.
You reckon?
Listen, you've got to follow, as Elvis once sang, you've got to follow that dream wherever that dream may lead you. And I'm... Follow that dream wherever that dream Mainly.
Sorry. I was doing Johnny Halliday.
Oh, Johnny Halliday.
Elvis Presley.
I always found him quite creepy, Johnny Halliday.
Yeah, he is.
He's probably
I'm
on YouTube.
a radio show I'm doing next week.
Sorry?
Because you always talk about tune into other shows.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a radio show, a French special.
Oh, okay.
And it's all like yeah music.
All right.
And I think you'd like a bit of that stuff.
I love that.
Okay.
It's so good, isn't it, Kath?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
Are you going to play Françoise Hardy, Le Temps d'Amour?
Oh, God.
That's a
the
belter.
problem I have with the whole show is I don't speak French very well.
Go.
Oh, you've got to play that one. It's so cool. It's such a cool song.
Oh, we have to get you to come in and sort of translate.
Here we go. He's tapping you up for a freebie.
There we go. Well, I need a
Yeah,
gig.
there you with your free. But anyway, no, I was just plugging that show. That's next Wednesday on Ship Full of Bombs.
Yes.
Which is a local thing here in Southend.
Ship Full of Bombs?
Ship Full of Bombs, which is based on a ship that's out in the Thames Estuary that's still full of bombs from the Second World War.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this. Bloody Nazis. Or are they British? Bloody Brits. Brits abroad.
Blooming bombs.
Bloody bomb boats.
It was a massive tidal estuary wave. But, no, I was just congratulating you on that because I get really annoyed. You want a bit of angst, right?
Yeah.
Funnel Vision on, my kid, my son watches Funnel Vision. Do you ever know that one?
No, don't know what that is.
It's a guy who basically, I think, exploits his kid's YouTube channel to sort of make himself look popular.
Is he PewDiePie? Is this PewDiePie?
I don't know.
It's not PewDiePie.
They're in Miami or somewhere like that?
PewDiePie.
Like,
Stop saying PewDiePie.
Is it
Skylander
PewDiePie?
Boy and Girl. The channel is called Skyland. It's called Funnel Vision and Skylander and all that. But it's just completely. I don't know. The guy's got a massive ego. However, he must make a bloody fortune.
Yeah,
So
PewDiePie.
I thought that's where you were getting that from. That idea. And fair play. You could make a fortune.
Like PewDiePie. Was he talking about PewDiePie, isn't he?
Stop saying PewDiePie.
Is it PewDiePie? Is it PewDiePie?
I can't hear what you're saying.
PewDiePie.
I'm saying PewDiePie.
How do you spell that?
PewDiePie. PewDiePie. Is it PewDiePie?
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
Have you done? So I've got one with I've got a channel with my son.
Are you PewDiePie?
No, am I?
Are you? I think PewDiePie was a bit racist.
Oh, blimey.
PewDiePie.
I'll be honest, that's when I got into him.
PewDiePie. Didn't PewDiePie get into trouble with YouTube?
No, you're thinking of not Lana Del Rey.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking
the
PewDiePie.
guy whose parachute didn't work.
No. That one got in trouble after PewDiePie.
Okay. Well, I hope we've cleared things up there, Grant.
You haven't at all, but...
Thanks for calling. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. What a delightful fruitcake. This is Talk Radio.
Moonlit musings from mums, madams, and meat packers.
Never mind, I must have misheard.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
The station's brilliant.
On Talk Radio.
Some really good stories in the papers, and I've not gone through any of them. Paul McCartney likes family fortunes.
Does he?
Let me read that one before we go to the calls.
Well, he may be one half of the Beatles.
Well,
a quarter of the Beatles.
He's one half of the Beatles.
But he is still an elderly gentleman, and of course he's going to like family fortunes.
So Paul McCartney says, bless you. Bless you. You know, it was my idea to say that as Ring a Ring of Roses. It's to do with the plague. The plague. That was my idea. I said to John, I've got an idea for a disease that will wipe out a quarter of Europe's population. And he went, yeah, go for it. So, it was my idea. So Paul McCartney says his routine before gigs is to tune into family fortunes. Mm-hmm. The ex-Beatle told fans he needs something nice and light on his telly in the dressing room.
Oh, he's not discovered Shove-Apney.
The Star 75 loves the British show or its US version, Family Feud. He said, I nearly always have that on before a show. Back in the day, he used to always have it off.
Did he, though?
because you don't have to think too hard and it's not depressing. If you've got the news, something could come on that makes me think, oh, my God, and then you've got to go and try and do a show. The quiz, once hosted by Bob Monkhouse, ran on ITV from 1980 until 2002 and was revived in 2006. So Paul added, I think it's a fun show, It's nice and light. I like trying to get the top answer. Oh, I love it. He says, I like trying to get the top answer. Oh, Paul. You're going to go out and do a rock and roll concert, are you, Paul? Where's your bass? Where's your Hofner bass? Where is it? I don't know. Where did you last? You had it. Oh, what are we going to do with you, Mr. McCartney?
Have you been Have you been wee-wee?
It's behind the sofa. Right, you put this on. No, Paul, no, you're left-handed. Yes, all right, out you go. Good evening, James.
Does he need his nappy changing, or has he done a...
Gosh, that was a little bit... wowzers, that was... that came from nowhere, didn't it? That came from absolutely nowhere. James, what have you got for us on this fine Friday evening?
I've been Nelson Mandela's, and by that I don't mean chained to a radiator. He
wasn't chained to a radiator.
He was on Robben Island.
That's the one. No, when you get a computer and it's been changed, or a flat that's been done up, what do you call it?
Sorry?
Okay, it begins with R, the word. It's been
I know.
Furbished.
What is it?
Refurbed.
Refurbished.
What?
Furbished.
I thought it was refurbished with an L.
What?
He's an idiot! I knew you'd know, but I thought on the off chance you might get it wrong too, but you're a smug kid.
You're an idiot! How long have you been saying this?
Forever.
Oh, my.
And it's only because Google corrected me, because I thought Google was wrong, and I was about to blow them wide open. And it's refurbished.
Yes.
It's refurbished. It's refurbished. I'm going to carry on saying refurbished.
Well,
I'm going to cut this guy off. I don't want idiots like that
pervert.
fun on my show.
Absolute pervert.
Refurbished? Flipping heck. He comes to see our rabbit holes. We're banning him now.
That's like that fella used to say he was traumatised.
Yes, yes. I heard someone say it was all mumble-jumble instead of mumbo-jumbo. What an absolute idiot.
Refurbished.
No, I'm not.
What a weirdo.
I don't want him phoning my show
No,
anymore.
I feel a bit dirty now.
Don't want him phoning my show, and I don't want him coming to my live performances, my live concerts.
I don't want him in my eye line.
I don't want him... I don't want him anywhere. I don't want him anywhere near where it is that we're going to be. So what do we think about Robert Wagner?
I find him a person of interest.
Is his name Robert or Richard?
Robert.
It's not the same bloke from... It's not Wagner from Britain's Got Talent, is it?
No, that's Wagner.
Okay.
Unless you're...
Mylene Class, put some clothes on. What must your
She
kids
doesn't
think?
anymore.
What must your kids
That's her
think?
job. Let's have a look. Oh, Mylene.
Mylene. You knew there was a photo shoot. You should have at least brought bra and pants.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
Freezing out.
Unbelievable.
And it's all out.
So, Robert Wagner... Wouldn't be surprised. Hey, there's a brilliant picture. A window cleaner. Basically, it's a window cleaner climbing out of the window to do it up there.
Is that in Edinburgh? Because I've seen that in Edinburgh.
Yeah. It's in Scotland. Let's see where. Oh, no, I don't know where it is, actually.
If it's saying why high, that's probably Newcastle.
No, it's Newcastle. A window cleaner appears to risk death as he works 50 feet up, perched on a sill. A sill? A sill. Isn't that a funny word, a sill? I would never say a sill. I would say a windowsill. But I suppose, you can... Well, hang on a minute. If they're just saying... If they've taken window off windowsill, then that means you can have sills elsewhere. All right. The last 10 minutes of the show, and do you know what? Carry it over into Martin's show, because I'm sure he'd want this as a phone-in. Where else, Stitching him up on his first night. I might as well get used to it. He'll have the overflow of all our idiots. Where else do you get a sill?
Caddick's alarm's going off.
It's got Alan Caddick phoning him up. Where else do you get a window? Where else do you get a sill? So a sill must be like a tiny ledge.
Mm.
Isn't that funny?
That bit on the bottom of your door isn't a sill, is it?
Come in, Martin, come in. Yeah, come in. Come in, sit down there.
Bless you.
So you've got to get that. You've got to get the front because these microphones are rubbish.
Oh, good. This is.
Oh, get used to it. Get up close and personal. Where else do you get a sill?
Well, interesting enough, years ago when I used to be a respected journalist, I worked for a guy called Adam Sill, who was sports editor of the Guardian many years ago.
Right.
That's where else would you get a sill?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, and he'd researched the history of sills.
Yes, he did, actually. I forgot it. He did tell me the entire history of sills.
Can I just say, let me just fanboy for 10 seconds. This is...
bless
no,
you.
go on. Hearing your voice in my headphones this is such a thrill. This is such a thrill. We should...
Well, for me too.
Well...
I mean, for me too. You are a legend.
Well,
and my daughter was a keen fan of yours on the celebrity...
she watched that,
thing.
did she?
She watched it all the time. Well, I watched it as well, because
blimey.
she said you were very, very human.
Yes.
Very interesting.
She meant
There's the word.
I was annoying and a crybaby, but I appreciate her.
No, she liked you. She liked you.
Say hello to her friend.
Yeah.
Well, now listen, this is you were here 20 years ago?
50 years ago, just during wartime.
What did you do to get sacked that time, and have you learned from that mistake?
I don't know why. I sort of, people take offence to things that I say.
Good.
But we've both sort of shaken the dust of BBC local radio off
We've
our...
both been betrayed by a corporation that we were both incredibly proud to work for, and then we were shafted.
Yeah,
Did you sign an
absolutely.
NDA as well?
No.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
But,
did you?
But I'll tell you privately.
No, I can say. I can say anything I want.
I thought the way they treated you were utter scumbags.
Yeah.
What? Okay. So what's going to happen?
What's going to happen? I have absolutely no idea.
Good.
We're talking about. I mean, apparently, the format. I was told what the format is, and the format is you start with your strongest stuff.
Yeah.
So you come out of the news. Yeah, there's a news at 1 o'clock. You come out of the news, and then after that, you start with your strongest stuff. So I'm starting with what's the deal with fortune cookies? Who's writing them? Well, I mean, I had a Chinese meal tonight, and the fortune cookie said, sometime soon you will take a chance.
Wow.
That's what it,
I mean, that's a fair bet, though, isn't it?
Well, I'd already eaten the meal, so that was a major chance. But, sometime soon you will take a chance. So you think, Theresa May's been over in China. You've seen the Chinese powerhouse, all these people working away. Who's writing the fortune cookies? We're going to have some higher standard fortune cookies.
I said that LBC and 5 Live should switch off at 1 o'clock. Well, maybe they should keep it going. No, this is what I want. This is what I want on late night radio. I don't want all of that. And
well, it's been done, hasn't it? Really, during the day.
Now, what do you think about Donald Trump? And who cares? What does it matter? What does it matter? Some bloke phoning up from Birmingham called Alan Caddick saying, "Well, this is what I think about Donald." Who cares? I want to know about fortune cookies.
Yes, and sills. That was a top
fortune cookies. The problem with them is they don't taste very nice. They're horrible.
The cookie part is just a kind of incidental, isn't it?
Make it a nice cookie.
Yeah.
Make it
or
nice.
Put something interesting. I mean, give you a real prediction of exactly what's going to happen to you, rather than
18 days. Someone you love is going to break your heart by telling you they've got syphilis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Specific, really specific.
Ian, in 18 days.
Yeah. Personalise them as well.
Put your headphones on. We got 4 calls and 3 minutes. We can do this. Go on, Simon. You got a minute.
Okay. So, with regarding to misspelled words or mispronounced words.
Yes.
A friend of mine, he pronounces the word very as very with a T and an H.
Oh.
Hang on. Where's how?
Very.
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 No.
Very.
Very.
Oh, yeah. Very.
Very. Yeah.
Very. What's he saying?
I'm looking forward to this.
Very.
It's.
Very.
It's all downhill from here, guys. Very.
Well, like a ZH, wouldn't it be like J, V?
Very.
Very, yeah.
Very.
The best one.
Yes.
Because we're similar ages.
All right, come on. We've got 3 people waiting, including a guy in New York. So come on.
Just very quickly, the band Delamitri.
Yes.
Denim Entries.
I don't know what that means, but thanks so much for calling. Let's go to New York and Matt. Good evening, Matt.
I was calling about video streaming. I'll call about that next week because I'm so happy you mentioned the fortune cookie thing. This actually happened to me last week. I got a fortune cookie that had 2 fortunes in it.
Wow, congratulations.
Were they contradictory?
But that's the thing. They were similar. I wish I saved them. I didn't. I was so confused because I wasn't sure which I'm supposed to believe. Do they both happen, or do they kind of, negate each other? Since there's 2 in there, do they equal them out? Wow. And then whatever happened in both of them just doesn't happen at that point. What is the etiquette with that?
Matt, listen, you need to keep listening after 1 o'clock, goddammit, because Martin has got none of the answers.
No, but I do have 4 hours on fortune cookies. 4 whole hours.
Is that what you do? I love it.
This is going to be the best 4 hours of radio I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, he sounded sarcastic, but he's from New York. He meant that sincerely. David!
Hello.
Hello, David. Well, come on, bit upbeat.
Hello.
That's better. That's what we want. Go on, what you got?
I'm nothing. I've got nothing for you. I'm just very drunk, and I've never had a fortune cookie in my life.
Shut the front door. You've never had one?
No, I imagine they taste like cardboard, and they have a very depressing news for me. So,
David, thanks very much for calling. And Amanda is the last call of my show. Good evening, Amanda.
Hi, good
You've got
evening.
30 seconds. You've got to speed it up.
Still meets the dictionary definition of a shelf. A shelf is a flat, usually rectangular structure composed of a rigid material, such as wood.
Okay, right. So that's not... You've not heard the best of my show there. You know, a drunk man saying he's never had a fortune cookie and a woman reading from a dictionary. I mean...
No, well, they don't have it on out there. You can't hear it in the office, so I've not heard any of it. That's all I've heard.
Oh,
it's just
have you
that.
not? Oh,
no, well, they have Talk Sport on out there.
We've been bigging him up no end, and he's not heard a
I
thing.
know. Well, bless you. Thank you ever so much. Now, I saw it on Twitter, and thank you very much.
Oh, it's a genuine thrill.
It.
So listen, stay tuned. Martin Kellner is coming up at 1 o'clock, so don't switch off. Do keep listening. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to speak to him. He's on for 4 hours, for goodness sakes. He needs the calls. Yeah. Catherine, thank you very much indeed.
It's all right.
Sam, as always, thank you, dear listener. We'll be back on Monday evening at 10 o'clock. Ta-ta!